Hi, I'm Thomas Woods, owner of Aunt Bee's Soul Food Restaurant here in Tupelo, Mississippi. Well, I guess some of my favorite memories at attending ICC, by the way, with IJC then, let you know how old I am, but I was playing football. Man, we had a great time, had a bunch of friends, and friends I still have today. Of course, we had Coach Eaton. You know, Coach Eaton was our head coach, and Coach Paul Johnson, he was one of our coaches, and man, we really had a great time, and we all, you know, we just had I guess the fondest thing is just those memories and the friends that I got through those years, and we still have them today. So I would say playing ball there was one of my favorite times. The education that I received from ICC really put me on my way to first knowing how to learn, and graduating from there, I had the confidence to go elsewhere. But the education that I got, and the teachers that worked with you and really spent time and really wanted to see you succeed. You know, I was the cameraman for the men and women's basketball team and the track team. So I was the videographer. The cameras that we toted then were a lot bigger than the ones you got now. but it was fun. I really enjoyed that, and it helped me out in my electronics career when I left IJC also. It really did help me out a lot, and I really enjoyed it. ICC. Yeah. I'm Thomas Woods, and I am ICC.
I'm ICC cheerleader Madison McCollum, and you're watching Let's Go ICC TV.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Farm.
Say it with me. Farm.
Farm.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the broadcast. Adam Gore here on hand as we're in Mississippi Delta for today's matchup between the ICC Indians and the Mississippi Delta Trojans here in MAC-JC play. Adam Gore, and typically this is where I introduce you to Mr. Jim Ingram, who joins me in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. But today, Mr. Jim is enjoying a family day. His grandson turning 3 years old, so he's out celebrating that. And instead, we're going to bring in the lefty. Actually, you're a righty. Out of the bullpen, Mr. Lee Adams, the assistant SID here at ICC, joining us here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth, part of the Choice Pawn pregame show. Lee, beautiful day here in the Delta for some football.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful day here in Moorhead. Beautiful day to come out here and try to get a victory as well for the Indians, as they are still trying to fight for a playoff spot in this very tough league. But I think our Indians are going to come out good today, and we're going to come out with a W.
Absolutely. As it's homecoming here in Moorhead, so they've already going through their homecoming festivities, actually had the homecoming presentation before the game. ICC comes in with a record of 4-3 on the year, 3-1 in the MAC-JC North. Mississippi Delta 0-7, 0-4. But Lee, if anything proves the way it's been in the past, last time we came to Delta, it was a shootout all the way to the end. So anything can happen in the MAC-JC.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every week, it's like the mini SEC, as some people have called it. Every week, you're facing a good opponent, tough team. Don't matter how good you are, you could lose at any time.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break and hear from Choice Pawn and some more of the sponsors as we're on the Choice Pawn pregame show and starting that countdown to the First American National Bank opening kickoff here between ICC and Mississippi Delta. Back with more on FM 95 Sports, and let's go ICCTV.com.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be all that.
Brioche. Sesame seed.
American cheese. Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Choice Pond pregame show. Adam Gore, Lee Adams here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. We're about 12 minutes and 45 seconds away from that First American National Bank kickoff between ICC and Mississippi Delta. Homecoming here in the Delta, and we talked about it. A breezy afternoon, thank goodness, because it's a little warm in the Delta. But, man, what a beautiful day out here in the Mississippi Delta.
Absolutely. I mean, it is absolutely a gorgeous day. That wind you talk about, though, I mean, it does present some challenges for the kicking game for both teams. So hopefully our guy Caleb Comer and, the kickers can overcome it and won't play a role in today's game.
Absolutely. We'll get to know our foe today, the Mississippi Delta Trojans. As we talked about, Mississippi Delta, they come in with a record of 0-7, 0-4 inside MACJC play. They are, as a team, rushing for 149 yards total offense. They rush for 51 yards, pass for 98 yards per game. These stats coming to you from the NJCAA. These are the Sonics stats of the pregame show here. They're led in passing by Tyreek McAfee. Now, this is impressive numbers for Tyreek. He has completed 73 of 77 passing. That's 94.8% completion for 582 yards. He has thrown one touchdown and has no interceptions on the year. He has a long pass of 52 yards. Rushing-wise, they're led by Malcolm Shirley. He's a sophomore running back. He's carried the ball 66 times for 227 yards. That's 37.8 yards per game. He does have two touchdowns and a long run of 30 yards. Other running backs, you look on this lineup, and it's rather interesting. You've got John Derek Smith, who is a sophomore running back / defensive tackle, has rushed for 72 yards, and LaDavian Smith, a wide receiver / defensive tackle, has rushed twice for 63 yards. So pretty good production there out of Smith. Receiving wise, it's Raheem Moore, a freshman wide receiver. He has caught 15 passes for 278 yards, no touchdowns. LaDavian Smith, he has 16 catches for 194 yards as well. As you can tell, we've got a lot of wind blowing, a lot of noises around. We've got the window open just so we can breathe here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. Lee, one stat we're going to try to track by the end of the day is going to be ICC's quarterback, Dan Ellington, a chance to become the first 3,000-yard passer in the MACJC, I think since maybe 2013.
That's correct. And also, if he does it today, he would be the first one in the whole NJCAA. As right now, he sits second in the nation in total passing yards. He does have 2,500 for the year, as he is 187 of 290 attempts, is a 64.5 completion percentage. He's had 18 touchdowns through the air. Here's the thing, Dan can beat you with his feet as well. So if he's not got you with his arm, he can beat you with his feet. I do believe he has, 3 or 4 more touchdowns on the ground. Also on the ground, Kadarius Forsythe is our leading rusher, though. He has 77 carries for 362 yards. And then, of course, Terry Williams is our leading receiver with 833 receiving yards this season.
Well, they are going to go to prayer, the national anthem. We'll take a break and be back with more right here on FM 95 Sports.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau. Say it with me. Farm.
Farma.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
Get this game out of reach. Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight?
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Gore, Lee Adams here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. We're about 6.5 minutes away from the First American National Bank opening kickoff here between ICC and Mississippi Delta. Before we went to the break, we were talking about some of the keys to victory being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. Lee, I know you typically interview Coach Cannon about that each week. Well, that file is sitting back in Fulton on that. But real quick, what is some of the things that Coach Cannon talked about this coming into today's game?
Of course, he said that starting fast would be a key as well, but mainly he said we've got to control ourselves, we've got to set the pace, but we also have to win the kicking game is one thing that he stressed. We did that last week at Coahoma. He wants to do that again, not make mistakes, don't get the penalties, on punts to give them extra yardage on the return or anything. So just be controlled and control the kicking game and control the pace of the game. That was his Bank of Okolona keys to victory.
Well, the Indians are coming off a 30-14 win at Coahoma last week. Not necessarily our best performance, but also not your typical Coahoma team that we've seen in the past. They came out very inspired. The Indians able to find a way to win that one 30-14. Kind of a trap game for the Indians, coming off a big win over Northeast the week before. Just came out a little flat, but found a way to take care of business.
Absolutely, and like you said, Coahoma is not what you would call a typical Coahoma team. They are very athletic. Their running back, I can't remember his name, but number 4, that boy is a good running back. He gave us fits. Luckily, we were able to get him down enough to come away with the win.
Absolutely. So the Indians, captains coming to the field as they're waiting the coin toss here on the Choice Pawn pregame show. We're just about 5 minutes away from the start of that there. We're going to take another break, come back, and meet today's starting lineups being presented by Coca-Cola. You're listening to ICC Football on FM 95 Sports and watching it here on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Today, you are connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected, which is easy with convenient locations in your community. Understanding that sometimes you need to speak to real people with real answers. Banking partners with the services you desire, who understand how you want to bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Nah.
White pearl.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Wait, has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
How? Basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza. Come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
Dan Ellington, quarterback, Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Kadarius Forsythe, running back, West Point, Mississippi.
Aaron Schroeder, offensive line, Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Devontae Willis, right guard, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Jordan Smithy, center, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Preston Haynes, offensive line, Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Jalen Gallimore, offensive line, Basin, Mississippi.
Terry Williams, wide receiver, It'll be in Mississippi.
Christian Salisbury, wide receiver, South Haven, Mississippi.
Malik Honeycutt, wide receiver, Tallahassee, Florida.
Jamel Thomas, wide receiver, Columbia, Mississippi.
Travis Sala, defensive end, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Sterling Stone, defensive lineman, Birmingham, Alabama.
David Little, defensive back, Saltillo, Mississippi.
BJ Williams, corner, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Poinset Hurd, safety, Hamilton, Mississippi.
Devin Hollins, defensive back, South Haven, Mississippi.
Jarvis Hayes, outside linebacker, Slocum, Alabama.
Devin Fox, linebacker, South Haven, Mississippi.
Torrance Moore, linebacker, Kansas City.
Q Lot, outside linebacker, Grenada, Mississippi.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese. Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Need money now? Get a choice pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get close to wrapping up the Choice Pawn pregame show, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff. We do want to welcome those that might be joining us late here on FM 95 Sports. We do want to remind you hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM95radio.com, and we're going to have to adjust our crowd mic here for sure as we got the band nearby. ICC won the toss. They will receive to start the contest. They'll be in the blue helmets, white jerseys, and blue pants. They'll be moving left to right on your radio dial. And for Delta, they're in the red helmets, red shirt, white pants. They'll be moving right to left here to start the contest. We do want to welcome those that are watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com and remind you a programming note. On Tuesday, we'll have MACJC playoff soccer action. The Lady Indians will go at 12 o'clock, and the Indians will be at 2:30. That will be in the quarterfinals of the MACJC playoffs there in Fulton. The Lady Indians will face Gulf Coast, and the Indians will face Southwest Tennessee. So awaiting the First American National Bank kickoff here from Mississippi Delta, and the kick is on its way, and it's a driving kick, and it's going to be taken at about the 7-yard line by Terry Williams. Williams cuts it back up the middle. He's got one man to beat now, weaving his way through, and just tripped up as he crosses the 40-yard line. Is where to be first down and 10 here for the Indians. Now, you're going to have a whole lot of Adam Gore this afternoon with you here on FM 95 Sports. So we talked about it in the pregame show. Mr. Jim is not here this afternoon as his grandson celebrating his 3rd birthday. So Mr. Jim out celebrating with the family there. A very special moment for Mr. Jim and his family. So it's going to be a first down and 10 situation here, just getting started. Dan Ellington is your quarterback. He's got 5 wide receivers. As we talked about coming into the game, Dan sitting at an even 2,500 yards passing on the season. Gets the low snap, quick pass is out and complete. And that's going to be Jamel Thomas with the reception. Looks like a gain of 1, 2, 3 on the play, so it'll bring up a second down. Second down and 7 situation here, and now ICC will bring in Chris Long and Looks like that's number 22, Kadarius Forsythe in the backfield. Chris Long in celebrating a birthday this afternoon, so you know he's going to want to have a big day today. And it's going to be a pass once again out to Thomas. And I think Thomas heard footsteps that time as the ball goes in and out of his hands. So to bring up a third down and 7 situation here for the Indians. A possession down for ICC. So 3rd down and 7. The marker across the way is showing 2nd down, but it is 3rd down. Indians need to pick up 7 here. Ellington surveying the defense. Sees something that the coaches went over in film, now points it out to the rest of his team. Ellington zips it out, and that was to Thomas yet again. All 3 times Thomas has been targeted here in the contest, and that one's going to fall incomplete. So in and out of the hand, so that's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 situation now. And it'll be a punting situation for ICC, as this will be Hayden Franklin, a freshman punter out of South Pontotoc High School, in to kick this one away. So a good job there by Mississippi Delta holding the Indians on the opening drive of the contest. Indians only able to gain 3 yards, so it's going to be a 4th down and 7 with 4:16 to go here. So waiting the snap for this Little Caesars punt. Franklin steps into this one, a booming kick. Fair catch is going to be called and taken at about the 11-yard line is where Delta will have it. 1st down and 10. So the Indians defense is going to come out here and see if they can get the ball back after a nice start defensively there by the Trojans. Ball is going to be at the 11-yard line. We're scoreless with 14:09 to go here in the first quarter of play. It's homecoming in Moorhead as ICC taking on the Trojans of Mississippi Delta. Quarterback for Delta is going to be Joshua Belton. Belton is your quarterback. Out of the shotgun. High snap, able to hang on to it. Bobbled around, and that's going to be an interception. Indians pick it off after the ball was just bobbled around. Looks like that's number 18, Jarvis Hayes, that comes in and gets the ball back for the good guys. And a great job that time by Jarvis Hayes just to step up. The ball kind of juggled around, bounced off the hands of the receiver, and it's an interception. And the ball now will go back to ICC. We do want to thank all the sponsors this afternoon that we'll be talking about throughout the evening, or the afternoon, I should say. Used to saying evening. For Jarvis Hayes, that is his 3rd interception of the year. So Dan Ellington will enter at quarterback out of the shotgun. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Showing pressure off the corner. They're going to throw this one out. This is going to be Christian Salisbury. Trying to get to the outside. Gets a good block. Lowers his head. Gets down near the 10-yard line. Stays in bounds, and a solid pickup there on 1st down. And the Indians are knocking on the doors. So the ball goes to the 10, so that's a gain of 9 on the play. So to bring up 2nd down and 1 to go here for the Indians. Ellington surveying the defense. Trips on the left side. 1-on-1 coverage here at the bottom of your screen. This is going to be a give to Forsythe. Forsythe's going to power his way into the end zone. Does he get in? No signal yet. No, he's down to the 1. So Forsythe takes it inside the 1-yard line, so it'll be a 1st and goal situation here for the Indians. Forsythe, Ellington trying to rush to the line of scrimmage. High snap, able to get it. Forsythe tucks his head and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Nice answer there after getting the turnover, and ICC puts it in the end zone. They lead this one 6-0, awaiting the PAT. So a 1-yard touchdown run that time by Forsythe. ICC leads it 6-0. This is going to be number 89, Caleb Comer. Comer set to attempt the extra point here. Awaiting the snap. The snapback is up, and the kick is good. ICC takes a 7-0 lead over Mississippi Delta with 13:15 to play here in the first quarter play. We're going to take a timeout and hear a word from Little Caesars. We'll be back with more right here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
When I grow up, I'm going to redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 13:15 to go here in the first quarter of play. ICC leading Mississippi Delta 7-0 after that 1-yard touchdown run by Forsythe. And the Indians up early in the contest here. So awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff. And this is going to be Comer to kick things off here. So the ball falls off the tee. And so Comer will re-tee this one up. Miss Tina Harlow not joining us this afternoon is Jared Shields back in the studio in Amory. So we want to say a special hello to Jared this afternoon there in Amory, running things for us at FM 95 Sports. Comer steps to this First American National Bank kick. It's a driving kick, and it's going to go into the end zone, and they'll take a knee. And so that will be a touchback, and the ball will come out. We're going to be a first down and 10 here for Delta. They trail 7-0. Forsythe scored on a 1-yard touchdown run after an interception by Jarvis Hayes, his third of the season. So now it's going to be first down and 10. The ball will be marked on the 25-yard line for the Trojans. Having to help Primetime. He's getting a little, he's up here actually in the booth, ICC Foundation booth with us. It's going to be a direct snap to, a snap to the quarterback. Ball's free, but I think Kahoma fell back on top of it, so it's going to actually turn into a pretty positive game there for Kahoma after the fumble recovery. Looks like that was number 13, Trevez Lyles. And he does fall on top of it, so it'll actually be a second down and 2 situation after that fumble recovery. Goes for a gain of 8. That was number 1, I believe, Malcolm Shirley. That was a direct snap to that time, or he was lined up at quarterback, so it's going to bring up a second down. Second down and 2. Ball is going to be just shy of the 35-yard line where they've got to get to the first down. Indians with 4 down linemen in this situation. Man in motion going away from your screen. Now they're going to flip-flop again. 2 guys in motion at the same time, actually. Quarterback play action. And the pass out the flat is complete. That's going to be number 3 who gets it across the 40, and that's going to move the chains for a first down. That's going to be Malcolm Curry. But, and I think you kind of heard Coach Sean Cannon yelling about at the same time, they had 2 players in motion at the same time, did Delta, after they got set. So either way it goes, it's going to be a first down. The ball is out to the 41-yard line. Going to be a first down and 10. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey there on South Adams Street in Fulton. So first down and 10. ICC leading 7-0. Bobble on the snap. Trouble, and the Indians get in the backfield, and that's going to be a sonic sack. A big-time play there for number 51 for the Indians. That's Justin Drake. He's a sophomore defensive lineman out of Aberdeen, Mississippi, able to get back there and sacking for a loss of 6 on the play. 11:45 and counting here in the contest. I'm not going to run the clock for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com because there's a bad glare coming in the press box, so I'm actually having to stand away from the computer just to be able to see. So it's going to be a second down and 16 out of the shotgun. Movement up front by the Indians. There is a late flag. There's another flag coming in. And so I believe that's just going to be a free play, and it's no gain on the pass play, but hold everything. This would probably be offsides on the Indians, so it should bring up a second down. Should still be the down here unless somebody flinched from Delta. It is going to be all sides on the Indian, the initial call there. When we see a flag thrown, we do want to remind you to follow the flag for all your banking needs there in Fulton as it directs you to First American National Bank, located out there near Walmart. That's First American National Bank, a proud partner with ICC Athletics here on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com. So 5-yard penalty now makes it second down and 11 for the Trojans. Out of the shotgun. Play action, fake. Rolling out to his right. Passes downfield behind the receiver. And out of the hands. Ball falls incomplete. Third down and 11 to go here for Delta. Well, if you're just now joining us, ICC took a 7-0 lead on a 1-yard touchdown run by Forsyth. That was with 13:15 left in the first quarter. As we're at the 11:05 mark of the first quarter of play here. ICC Saturday afternoon football here on FM 95 Sports. And let's go ICCTV.com. 3rd and 11, possession down here for the Trojans. ICC with 4 down linemen. Going to try to bring some pressure. Off the corner it comes. Plenty of time to throw. Now the pocket collapses, and there's the Indians. As he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And that's going to break up a 4th down and 11. Good job that time by the Indians getting pressure on the quarterback, as that was Joshua Belton. Belton able to throw that one away and save the yardage and avoid a sonic sack. So it'll be 4th down and 11 to go here. Ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line. Back to receive this Little Caesars punt here for the Indians is Terry Williams. So Williams will be back to return this kick. ICC with a 7-0 lead here over Delta. 10:57 to go here in the first quarter. Snap is a low one, but a good one. Pressure coming, nearly blocked that time by the Indians. And the ball is going to take an Indian roll and be downed by Delta, where the Indians will have it at the 32-yard line. ICC nearly had a chance to block that one, as that was Dalton Combs coming in that time, applying the pressure, but got the kick away just before he can get to it. So it'll be a first down and 10 situation here for ICC. Indians lead this one 7-0 in the first quarter. 10:48 to play. Indians taking over at the 32-yard line. Dan Ellington is your quarterback. Forsyth, the running back. Chris Long into the game, and 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here near side. For those watching on Let's Go ICC TV, give is going to be to Forsyth. Forsyth lowers his head, trying to power his way forward. A positive pickup on first down, maybe 1 or 2 on the play. They're going to give him a gain of 2, so to bring up a second down. Second down and 8 now for ICC. Well, ICC will be back home next week as they host Holmes for homecoming. That game scheduled for 2:30. There's a lot of great events going on that Saturday morning. You want to be sure and visit letsgoicc.com. There at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you can see the Food Giant ICC spotlight as the pass is out and complete. This is Terry Williams trying to weave his way through traffic. Picks up a solid pickup there on second down, so it's going to bring up a third down. Third down and about 3, I believe. So it will be a 3rd down and 3 after that pickup of 5 on the play. Indians quickly to the line of scrimmage. Ellington now is going to look to the sideline and get the call. Indians lead 7-0, trying to convert on this 3rd down play. Ellington gets it now. He's going to tuck and run. And he's going to slide after getting the first down. And a smart play that time by Dan Ellington. Knew what he needed to get that time, preserve himself and not take a hit. And that'll move the chains for another first down. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call or stop by and see him there on South Adams Street. Indians quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Now want to go deep. Got a man. And it's complete. This is just going to be a foot race to the 10, 5, and touchdown Indians. Big time strike there. A touchdown pass of 57 yards. 63-yard touchdown pass, excuse me. As I believe that was Malik Honeycutt on the reception. And so the Indians take a 13-0 lead now. 9:25 to go here. So this is going to await the PAT coming up. Off the foot of Comer. Snapback's a good one. Comer steps into it. A line drive kick is up and good. The Indians lead it 14-0. 9:25 to go here. We're going to take a break and hear a word from Food Giant and be back with more. ICC leading Mississippi Delta 14-0. 9:25 to play here in the first quarter.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com. ICC leading 14-0 after a 63-yard touchdown pass from Dan Ellington to Malik Honeycutt at the 9:25 mark of the first quarter. ICC 4-3 on the year, 3-1 in the North. Need a win today to have a shot at tying for that division championship with East Mississippi and Northwest. Still going to have to see how the playoffs play out at the end of the year when it comes to the tiebreaker. But still a lot of business to take care of there. Comer's kick is going to be taken at the 1. Actually, wow, could have called that a safety because he called it at the 1-yard line, went into the end zone, and they're going to call it a touchback, though. So a break there for Mississippi Delta. But now it's going to be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Trojans. 14-0 is your score. 9:25 to go here in the first quarter of play. The ball will be moved out to the 25-yard line for Delta. Well, as we talked about, a fun afternoon here at Mississippi Delta. Always great hospitality when we come to town, especially on homecoming. Special day here for Mississippi Delta. Delta with it now, 1st and 10, looking to throw downfield, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Ball falls incomplete and bring up 2nd down and 10. We do want to remind you that if you're away from your computer or going to go check out another game, you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC on Twitter. Cal Brown doing a great job with that. Also, you can download the ICC app and get push notifications sent to you from all ICC sporting events throughout the year, as well as other important news and more there with the new ICC app. You just go to wherever you get your apps at and type in Itawamba Community College. 2nd down and 10. There is a flag down. I believe this is going to be procedure penalty here on Delta, and that's going to be the case. Good crowd out this afternoon here for homecoming from Mississippi Delta. Good-looking crowd across the way out supporting the Indians this afternoon. So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 15 after that 5-yard penalty on the Trojans. So it's still Belton, your quarterback for the Trojan. He gets the snap, looking to throw. He's going to try to set up a screen pass. It's there. And a nice job that time setting up the play and getting the extra yardage after the good block that time by the Trojans. They saw an aggressive ICC defense coming after them, was able to call the play and get those 5 yards back on the penalty. So it'll be a 3rd down and 10 situation now here for Mississippi Delta. 14-0. The ICC with the lead. 9:14 and counting here in the first quarter. Delta with it with a 3rd down and 10 situation. Awaiting the snap. Plenty of time to throw. Zips it out to the sidelines, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the 30-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 30-yard line. So now it's bringing up a 4th down and 5 situation. As that was Devin Hollins on the tackle for the Indians. And now it'll be another punting situation, as this will be Smith on to kick here for Delta. And it's going to be Terry Williams back to receive the kick here. Last time the kick was kind of short, then took an Indian bounce, and ICC was able to cash in on a 63-yard touchdown pass. And this kick is going to be a high kick. Angle towards the sideline. This time will hit and take a roll, and it's going to be picked up by Terry Williams. Williams trying to reverse field, and it's going to be hit and wrapped up. And actually a loss on the return that time by Terry Williams. And so the Indians will have it 1st down and 10. And looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 27. Actually, the 28-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from the Indians' 28-yard line. ICC with a 14-0 lead here. 8:12 to go in the first quarter. So Dan Ellington brings the Indians to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dinkins is your running back. Little quick bubble screen, and that's going to be to Terry Williams. He's got a convoy in front of him, breaks across the field, picks up the first down, and then some, and moved the chains for the Indians. Good little quick pass that time. Terry Williams had to go down to the ground and pick it up, was able to pick up about 13 on that pass play. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey there on South Adams Street in Fulton. So 1st down and 10, Ellington getting the play from the sideline. Play action. And it's going to be a jump ball to Malik Honeycutt. Wow. Number 9 from Delta had a handful of jersey on Honeycutt. Did not let him break free. There's a referee right down there in front of it. Did not throw the flag, but there is a flag down. And we'll see who this is going to be on here. The official threw it from the sideline. So they're going to talk this one over. It looks like the Indians are backing up on this one. They're actually maybe 2 flags on the field. Yeah, it looks like 2 flags are down on the field. The referees are talking this one over here. So I don't know if there's 2 different penalties here. They're going to call it illegal receiver downfield. That penalty is declined. Offsides on the offense. Maybe it was a wide receiver that was lined up offside. I don't know. Either way it goes, we're going to back the Indians up 5 yards. It'll be a 1st down and 15 situation now here for the Indians. There's 7:47 to go here. The ball now is going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. Would it be a 1st down and 15 for the Indians? 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dinkins is going to be the running back. Slips through, now across the middle, lowers his head and dives out to the 50-yard line. A gain of about 13 on the play that time by Dinkins. Good job, as you saw, for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Delta bringing pressure off the corners. Ellington recognized that. Check down and a quick handoff now. Brings up a 2nd down and 2 situation after the gain of 13. So Ellington looking to the sideline. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. 1 running back in the backfield with Ellington. As we give again to Dinkins. Dinkins has a 1st down and then some. Jumps over a guy. Wow, what a play there by Dinkins. That could be a What a Play Wednesday nominee. Brought to you by Renaissance Bank. He just jumped over the defender. Moved the chains for another 1st down for the Indians. The ball now out to the 40. Indians marching down the field. They already lead 14-0. Going to try a little slip screen, and that pass a little too low that time, intended for number 19, Malik Honeycutt. And so now it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. 14-0 is your score. 6:55 to go here in the 1st quarter. ICC Mississippi Delta. Indians moving left to right on your radio dial for those listening on FM 95 Sports. We do want to thank you for tuning in here on your Saturday. Remind you, we'll cut quickly to the Ole Miss game after the conclusion of this one this afternoon. Ellington's got a man downfield, looks that way into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Big time play there for ICC. Ellington with a 40-yard touchdown pass. That was to Michael Reed. You see it there on your Little Caesars replay. And the Indians now go up 20-0. So quick strike there as Ellington had a man downfield, found him. And awaiting the PAT here. As this is going to be Comer coming in for this opportunity. Awaiting the snap. It's a good one. Steps into it. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC takes a 21-0 lead here over Mississippi Delta. 6:47 to play in the 1st quarter. We're going to take a timeout and hear a word from Sonic and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. ICC with a 21-0 lead here over Mississippi Delta. There's 6:47 to play here in the first quarter. Dan Ellington found Michael Reed for a 40-yard touchdown pass on that last play. And this kickoff is going to be taken at about the 6-yard line by Delta. Trying to cut it across the middle. Spins off one man, goes forward, and I'll tell you what, if he's able to keep his balance, possibly could have broke that one for a big-time return there, but slips and falls, and the ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to spot it. No, make it the 28. Will be a first down and 10 situation here for Delta. 6:41 to go here in the first quarter play. I'm Adam Gore, typically joined by Mr. Jim Ingram, but he is off enjoying time with his family, celebrating his grandson's 3rd birthday this afternoon. Joining the ICC Foundation broadcast booth by Cal Brown, who is running our social media updates. It's going to be a handoff in the backfield. That could be holding on the end, but no call. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play that time. The ball gets out to the 30-yard line for Delta. Lee Adams is on hand. He's on the sideline taking photos. You can see those images on ICCimages.com. Also, don't forget, not only athletics, but also academics, all type of events out there at ICC. You can order those, and now you can actually order those for your digital downloads for only $1. That's ICCimages.com. Raphael Henry on the sideline shooting highlights. You can see those on our YouTube page by searching Let's Go ICC. So second down, let's call it 2nd down and 8 here for the Trojans. Man in motion, and it's going to be a play action. Now they're going to be a quarterback keeper here on the option, and is able to scramble forward, and it's going to be enough for a first down, about a 9-yard gain, depending on if this is a left foot, right foot spot here. Good play that time by Delta, ran the option. The quarterback decided to keep it, and yes, that's going to be a first down for Delta. Well, they put a man in motion, faked it to him, then had a running back go back with him, so he did have that option opportunity there. Elected to keep it. Smart decision. Picks up the first down. So it'll be a first down and 10 now. Ball is going to be spotted at the 38-yard line for Mississippi Delta. Clock continuing to roll here. 5:50 to play. ICC with a 21-0 lead here at Delta. Trojans going to have to hurry. 3 seconds on the play clock. They're able to get it off. Handoff. And he's going to be hit and stopped in the backfield. Big time play there for the Indians. As I believe that was number 99. Yes, it was. That was Sterling Stone coming up and making the play. His helmet came off, so he'll have to check off the field. A loss of 1 on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 11. We'll be bringing you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon for those that are electing to watch here this afternoon versus watching some SEC games throughout the country or other games throughout the country. So 2nd down and 11 is your score. Out of the shotgun is Delta. Looking to throw. Pressure coming off the side, and the pass is tipped. Falls incomplete. That was number 33, Rico Pickens, a freshman linebacker out of South Haven, coming off the corner untouched that time. Couldn't get to the quarterback, but did the next best thing. Got his hands up in the passing lane, batted the pass down. Third down and 11 now here for the Trojans. So possession down here for Mississippi Delta. The ball is going to be at the 37-yard line. High snap, able to corral it. Pressure coming off the end. And there's going to be hit and drop for another sonic sack. And that's going to be number 25, Dalton Combs, a freshman linebacker out of Nettleton High School, coming in and making the play. A big-time loss there. Brings up 4th down and a long way to go for the Trojans, as the ball now will be marked back to about the 25-yard line. So about 28 to go here. So 4th down and 28. Snap is a good one. Pressure coming up the middle. Is able to get it off, and a good punt. Going to drive Terry Williams back, and it's going to take a Delta roll, and Williams is going to pick it up and track back to about the 25. Then he fumbles the football and falls on top of it at the 10. And a late flag comes in on the play. An extremely late flag coming in on the play. After the play was dead, there's a flag down now at the 15-yard line. Tell you what, there was a big-time pop on that play as well. hit him in the side. It wasn't a block in the back. We're going to see what the referees decide to call here. So the Indians dodged disaster there after a great punt by Mississippi Delta. The officials talking this one over. Horrible call that time by the referee on the sideline. Calling a block in the back. Got him clean in the shoulder that time. So a break there for Mississippi Delta. So that's going to mark the Indians back to the 5-yard line. That was just a good, clean, hard hit that time. The referee just reacting to the sound versus the actual play. So a break there for Delta. The ball now be marked back at the 5-yard line. Will it be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians? They lead 21-0. 4 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Dan Ellington will be in the end zone awaiting the snap. And it's going to be a screen pass. This is going to be Christian Salisbury. Salisbury trying to get down the sideline. It's going to be run out of bounds near the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 21. Great play call that time by Coach Cook on the sideline and was able to get the Indians out of the shadow of their own goal post. So a gain of about 16 on the play. We're to be 1st down and 10 once again for the Indians. So 1st down and 10. Ball is, at the 22-yard line, I should say. And that time just an easy interception. And luckily for the Indians, the young man from Delta fell to the ground as that was Jalen Stanley. The Indian receiver never saw the football coming his way. Stanley jumped the route, and I tell you what, if Stanley's able to keep his balance, he takes that one to the house for a pick 6. But the interception gives the ball back to Mississippi Delta with their best field position all afternoon long. It'll be a 1st down and 10 situation now. And the ball is going to be on the 27-yard line with 3:59 to play here in the first quarter. 21-0 ICC with the lead. Defense, though, with their back against the wall. Belton, the quarterback, gets the snap, looking to throw. Has a man down the sideline, and the Indians that time just fell asleep defensively as that's going to be completed to their top receiver, Raheem Moore. And the ball is going to be inside the 5-yard line. Looks like down to the 3-yard line. Would it be 1st and goal here for Delta. So Delta trying to answer and get points on the board. They trail 21-0. Belton leading his troops to the line here. He's got a pair of running backs and an H-back up in this situation. Belton awaiting the snap. Now sends a man in motion. And it's going to be a handoff to number 25. He lowers his head but does not get in. A gain of 1 on the play. Big time collision there at the line of scrimmage. And so now the ball will be a 2nd down and goal from the 2. Well, if you're Delta, you know this is going to be 4-down territory, already trailing in this ball game, 21-0. You want to go ahead and punch this thing in here. See if you can get on the scoreboard. Clock rolling, 3:07 and counting here in the first quarter. ICC leading 21-0. Delta trying to convert on an interception, much like ICC did on their first touchdown of the ball game. Give is going to be number 25. Wow, there was a big-time hold on the corner, and no flag thrown. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Trojans. Number 25, Kirkham, gets the touchdown, and the Trojans get on the board. Boy, I tell you what, they had a handful of jersey of Travis Silo. He could not break free from the hold that time, but the officials say play on. And now makes it 21-6. Awaiting the kick here, this is number 38 for Delta. Steps into the kick. The kick, a low line drive, but it is good. 21-7. Now is your score. We're going to take a break, and let's hear a word from Renaissance Bank. We'll be back with more here on FM 95 Sports, and let's go ICCTV.com right after this.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to action. Your score 21-7. ICC with the lead. 2:54 to go here in the first quarter. That was a 2-yard touchdown run by Kirkham. Makes it 21-7. Let's give you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. It's in the first quarter. ICC leading 21-7. It's also Alabama leading Tennessee 7-0. Louisville defeats Florida State 31-28. In overtime, Oklahoma State defeats Texas 13-10. Some other games that we'll keep an eye on will be Ole Miss LSU. That kickoff at 6:15. It's scoreless between Mississippi State and Kentucky. That game just started. Also, maybe a Notre Dame guy. We'll be keeping an eye on the way home on the USC Notre Dame game. Also, Penn State and Michigan. This First American National Bank kickoff is angled towards the sideline, goes out of bounds. And the Indians will probably take the ball at 35, where to be a 1st down and 10 situation. Well, as we talked about, Mr. Jim this afternoon here in Goodman, as he is enjoying some time with his family, celebrating his grandson's 3rd birthday. So you've got Gore all afternoon, nonstop running my mouth. And we do say thank you for those that are watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com or listening on FM 95 Sports. We do want to remind you, if you're away from your radio and you want to still hear the hits of yesterday every day here on FM 95 Sports, you can listen on FM95Radio.com. So it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. They lead the contest 21-7 with 2:54 to go here in the first quarter. Ellington, your quarterback. It's going to be a handoff. This is going to be Forsythe, who will lower his head and bully his way forward for a gain of about 3. So it'll be a 2nd down and 7 coming up here for the Indians. We talked about it. Ellington only 500 yards away from eclipsing the 3,000-yard passing mark. Well, he has 100 yards, over 100 yards passing on 2 touchdowns alone, a 63-yard strike to Honeycutt, and a 40-yard pass to Reed. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 7. Give again is going to be to Forsythe, and Forsythe just rumbles his way forward. Actually lands in a headlock, an awkward landing that time for Kadarius Forsythe. One of the players for Delta had him in a headlock, just landed on top of him. But another solid pickup there on 2nd down. This will bring up a 2nd down and 2. After that gain, I believe, of about 3rd down. 3rd down and 2 here after that gain of 5. Indians lead 21-7. And it's going to be a dose of Forsythe again on this one. He's going to be hit and stacked up, but I believe he's going to get just enough for the 1st down. Needed to get across the 45-yard line. Looks like he did so. So it should be a 1st down and 10 coming up here for the Indians. We'll await the official spot. They look down the sideline. Actually, they give him a gain of 3. Needed 2, so a gain of 3 as they get the ball out to the 46-yard line. Would it be 1st down and 10? Forsythe will check out, and looks like number 27, Huddleston, will come in here for the Indians. 1st down and 10. This 1st down being brought to you by Joey Cox, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent. Ellington sends Huddleston in motion, looking to throw. Slant route, that's going to be Terry Williams. He's going to be hit at the 50-yard line, drove back. That forward progress, good for a gain of about 4 on the play. So to bring up 2nd down and 6. Clock is rolling here, coming up on 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in a very long first quarter of play. Indians lead this one 21-7. And it's going to be a keeper this time. And, beautiful fake that time as Dan Ellington looked like he was going to toss the ball out. Everybody, including myself, bid on that one. Ellington jogs it forward for an easy pickup of the 1st down, moves the chains once again. And that 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So 1st down and 10. Here come the Indians. Ellington looking to throw. Pressure coming. Steps up to avoid it. Now he's going to elect to run yet again. Directing traffic. Gets some blockers and a solid pickup there after forced out of the pocket. It looks like it could be another 1st down here for the Indians. And it will be. He gained 11. Out of bounds. Clock stops with 41 seconds to play now here in the first quarter. ICC with a 21-7 lead. Ball is going to be at the 27-yard line. Ellington barking out the signals, trying to see if he couldn't get Delta to jump off sides. Good discipline that time on the part of the Trojans. Stayed on side. 1st down and 10 from the 27. Ellington getting set to throw. Gets the snap. Time to throw. Looks to the end zone. Going to be a jump ball with Thomas and tipped around. And did he intercept it? No. Did not have possession of the football when he went out of bounds. Good call by the referee that time as The ball was tipped. The Delta coaches are going to come out and argue that one. And they're going to say he did not have possession as he was going out of bounds. Good call that time by the referee as he was still bobbling it as he went out of bounds. And so the Indians dodged a big-time bullet there as they were just going for the jump ball or the home run ball there on first down. So bring up second down and 10. Clock is stopped with 10 seconds here in the first quarter. Holliston is the running back, will be in the backfield with Ellington. I see Christian Salisbury along with Michael Reed. Also Terry Williams and Malik Honeycutt, your wide receivers, 2 on each side of the football. Second down and 10 be the final play of the first quarter. Going to be a slip screen out to Terry Williams. He's going to slip up the sideline, and he's going to race to the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. A flag down. They're going to probably call Terry Williams for excessive celebration as he dove into the end zone that time. Didn't look like he needed to, per se, but gets in the end zone, and as long as this one stands, it should be a 27-7 lead there after that 27-yard touchdown pass. They're trying to talk this one over, and this probably will be excessive celebration on the Indians. Unsportsmanlike, and yes, it will be enforced on the kickoff. So the touchdown is good, 27-7 with 2 seconds to go here. Ellington with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Awaiting the kick. Snap back is up. The kick is good. ICC, no good. So the kick was no good. The referees just kind of nonchalantly waved that one off. We'll keep it here with only 2 seconds to play in the quarter. The kick fails, and ICC leads it now, 27-7. There will be a penalty enforced on the kickoff here after a questionable, excessive celebration after the dive into the end zone by Terry Williams. And it's a 27-7 contest. All ICC in this one so far in the Delta. For those that are listening here on FM 95 Sports, we do want to remind you at the conclusion of today's game, we'll go directly to the Ole Miss game. Hopefully be able to get you there early enough for the part of the pregame show. So the ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line after the penalty. There's 2 seconds to play here in the quarter. ICC with a 27-7 lead here in the first quarter. The missed PAT by Comer, as he will set to kick off this first American National Bank kick here. It's going to be taken at the 19-yard line by Delta, trying to cut it back towards the middle of the field, trying to reverse the field, and there's ICC. That's going to be number 17, Montario Montgomery, on the tackle as the horn sounds, and Delta players getting up and not necessarily liking the fact that there's a little bit of extra hit or pop on that play there. Officials separating things out there. We've played one in Moorhead. ICC leads it 27-7. Let's take a break and come back with more here on FM 95 Sports. And let's go ICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese. Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
And welcome back to action. 7-0, Mississippi State leading Kentucky. That's in the first quarter. Your score here as we're getting set to start the second quarter. ICC leading 27-7. Delta with the football. They're going to load up and go deep downfield. And it's going to be overthrown. So it'll be pass incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Looked like Delta was trying to give the Indians a little taste of their own medicine that time. As the Indians, well, they've been a fan of the forward pass so far in the contest. Dan Ellington has thrown 3 touchdown passes, 63, 40, and 27 yards. Indians also have a 1-yard touchdown run by Kadarius Forsythe, Malik Honeycutt, Reed, and Williams, all with touchdown receptions. The lone touchdown of the afternoon come from Kirkham of Delta, making your score 27-7 after a failed PAT on the part of the Indians. So 2nd down and 10. Delta with the football. They're now moving left to right on your radio dial. Handoff in the backfield. Indians there. Stack him up, but a nice job battling forward and moving the pile. The whistle is blown now, and a solid pickup there on 2nd down. So it'll be a 3rd down and maybe 6 situation. Actually, they're going to give him a pretty good little spot here. So it's actually going to be about 3rd down and maybe 5. So a 3rd down and 5 situation here for Delta. Possession down here for Mississippi Delta. After that interception, it turned into a 2-yard touchdown run. Really been the only offense they've been able to muster this afternoon. So 3rd down and 5. Delta coming to the line of scrimmage, and that should be a delay of game penalty, or they're going to call a timeout. Timeout taken by the Trojans. We're going to take the timeout with them. We're going to hear from Choice Pond and Little Caesars. Back with more right after this. ICC leading Mississippi Delta 27-7. 14:02 to go here in the first quarter.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6. Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the timeout, ICC leading Mississippi Delta by the score of 27-7. There's 14:02 to go here in the second quarter. We remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show coming your way. We'll feature the ICC All-American Band, the performance from earlier this season. Clouds moving into the area. That's a welcome sight for everyone involved this afternoon. So 3rd down and 5. Pressure coming. Tosses it wide to avoid it, but the Indians there to stuff it. And a minimum gain, so it's bringing up a 4th down. 4th down and about 2 for the Trojans, and we're going to see what they're let to do. They're going to let to possibly line up and kick this one away. Actually going to give them a pretty good spot there. Pick up 4 on the play, so it's going to be a 4th and 1. So right now, if you're ICC, don't get too aggressive. Don't jump off sides and give them the free down. As Delta's going to line up in punt formation, this is going to be Smith lined up to kick away this Little Caesars punt. So Delta taking their time here. Play clock now down to 5 seconds. Smith calling for it. And he's going to step into this kick. Shanks it off the side of his foot. It's going to hit and take an Indian roll back to about the 30-yard line. I believe they're going to mark it at the 29. Yes, they are. Going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Indians. ICC leads it 27-7. Let's take a look at some Sonic scoring here in the first half. It started the 13-15 mark of the first quarter. Forsythe carried it in from 1 yard out after an interception for the Indians. Hauled in by Jarvis Hayes. And that made it 7-0. 9:25 mark of the first quarter. It's a 63-yard touchdown pass from Dan Ellington to Malik Honeycutt. 14-0 ICC. The Indians took a 21-0 lead on a 40-yard touchdown pass to Reed. Kirkham answered at the 2:54 mark with a 2-yard run, and the Indians scored with 2 seconds left in the first quarter on a 27-yard touchdown pass to Terry Williams. Ellington, design run here for the quarterback. He's going to take it forward and go for a minimum gain on the play. Inside 13 minutes to go now in the here in the first half, I should say. So we bring up second down. Second and about 6 after a pickup of 4. Ellington still your quarterback. 2 receivers here near side, 1 up top alone. Ellington looking to throw. Gets it out to Williams. Williams cuts upfield, picks up the first down, and gets the ball out to about the 45-yard line. We're to be first down and 10 for the Indians. So another first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, don't forget to stop by and see Joey there on South Adams Street in Fulton. So first down and 10. Clock moving now. Ellington awaiting the snap. That's going to be a give to Dinkins. Dinkins right up the middle. Nothing but green grass in front of Dinkins. He's to the 10, 5, and just walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. No flag on the play. That's going to be a 55-yard touchdown run there for Deshaun Dinkins. Well, Delta has been guarding against the pass all game long. And that time the Indians just catch them napping. And score on a 55-yard touchdown run. 33-7, ICC with the lead now. And Comer on to attempt the PAT. He missed his last one. Trying to make up for it here on this one. Awaiting the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up. Pressure coming, and the kick is good. ICC takes a 34-7 lead here over Delta with 12:10 to play until halftime. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau. Farm. Say it with me. Farm.
Farm.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Your score here out of that timeout, 34-7. Deshaun Dinkins, scores on a 55-yard touchdown run. It is time for another First American National Bank kickoff here from Caleb Comer. He's been busy this afternoon. He has missed a PAT. 34-7 is your score. 12:10 to play here. As this kick is going to be a high kick, short kick, taken at the 12-yard line. Trying to get to the sideline, and oh my goodness. What a hit by that young man for Mississippi Delta. Go back and look at that on the Little Caesars replay. You'll see it right there at the bottom of your screen. Oh, just a decleater. I'm sorry, I know that was a hit against the ICC player. But a big-time hit there on the return from Delta. And that's what you like to see out of Mississippi Delta. Not going away quietly into this evening despite trailing in this ball game, 34-7. 12:02 to go here until we're at halftime. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll go over some Sonic scoring and hear a performance from the ICC All-American Band and talk about homecoming coming up here next week at ICC. Quarterback keeper this time, taking it on his own. He's going to have the first down and then some. Is going to be knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 15 on the play. And the biggest gain of the afternoon for the Trojans. And it moves the ball towards midfield. 34-7, ICC with the lead. Delta moving left to right on your radio dial. Play action fake, looking to go deep. Now passes across the middle, wide open, and another first down and another big-time hit there. So the Indians get the stop on that one. But Delta starting to pick it up in some chunks now. As that is going to be Hurd on the tackle for the Indians, but Delta marches the ball across the 55-yard line Actually going to be down now at about the 43. Is where it'll be first down and 10 here for the Trojans. Trojans trying to put some more points on the board. They trail 34-7. Indians showing pressure off the corner. Now fall back out of it. Man in motion coming towards the near side of the field. Going to try to set up that option. This time they pitch it back. And a good job that time by number 25 for the Indians. That's going to be Dalton Combs. Forced the pitch and then bounced out quickly to get the pitch man and tackling for a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be a second down and 11 situation here for Delta. Coming up on 10:40 to go here in the first quarter. Or excuse me, second quarter. You hear the Mississippi Delta band getting fired up to the right of us. It's second down and 11 as Delta breaks the huddle. 2 seconds on the play clock. Just get it off. Pump fake. Now looking to go deep. It's got a man jump ball, and it's going to be intercepted by the Indians. ICC with their second interception of the afternoon, and that's going to be number 16. Looks like Tyrese Quinn, the Calhoun City native, coming up and getting the interception, and it'll be ICC football. 10:04 to go here until halftime. The ball is going to be at the 11. We're to be first down and 10 here for the Indians. They lead 34-7 at Mississippi Delta. It's homecoming here in the Delta. They had the homecoming before the game. Kind of a unique situation. Used to seeing homecomings at halftime, but they had it at the beginning of the game. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like the homecoming at the beginning of the game. So it'll be a first down and 10 here for the Indians. Ball is at the 11. Ellington looking to throw. Didn't have what he was looking for and just going to toss it towards the sideline out of bounds. And so now it's going to be a second down and 10 here with 9:59 to play until we're at the Little Caesars halftime show. So the Indians were looking for that bubble route or screen route that time. It was read nicely by the Trojans, and all Dan Ellington could do was toss that one out of bounds. Ellington sends a man in motion. Now is looking to pass, but instead is going to tuck and run and get out of bounds. Good job by Ellington quickly making that decision. Looking to go downfield, was nothing there. Was able to tuck it forward and make a positive gain of about 5 on the play. So it should be a third down and 5 situation coming up for the Indians. So we'll see what the Indians elect to do here on third down. 34-7 is your score. Inside 9:40 to play. Ellington looking towards the sideline. Now going to change the play from the line of scrimmage. Confusion on the field right now. The Indians going to have to hurry. 4 seconds on the play clock, and ICC is going to take the timeout. Timeout on the field. We're going to take the timeout with them. We'll hear a word from Food Giant. ICC leads it 34-7 over Mississippi Delta. Back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading it 34-7. It'll be a third down and 5 situation here for the Indians. 9:23 to go until we're at halftime. Delta showing pressure up the middle. Ellington now looking towards the sideline. As he's going to change the play. Forsythe is in the backfield with Ellington. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Ellington now sends Forsythe in motion. Pass across the middle. That's Terry Williams who catches it and is actually dragging the defender downfield. Still up. The officials letting the play go for quite a while, and now whistle it dead, but it's enough for the first down for the Indians. So that will move the chains for the Indians. It'll be another first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So now to be a first down and 10 situation here for the Indians. They lead 34-7, coming up on 9 minutes of play here in the second quarter. Ellington looking to throw. Looking to Williams, who climbs the ladder and gets it. What a play by Terry Williams. Let's take a look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay. Williams just gets big, gets tall, and hauls that one in. Timed that jump perfectly. Ball is going to be just shy of the 50-yard line when the Indians get it back. It's going to be a first down and 10 situation now for ICC. That first down being brought to you by Joey Cox, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent. Ellington now trying to run, and that's going to be the referee on the tackle. Let's take a look at that. The referee coming in and making the play. Delta fans give him a cheer that time as Ellington scrambles for a gain of a and the umpire getting some love on the PA system and getting credit for the tackle. So it'll be a second down and 4, and you're hearing some of the Delta fans with a way to go referee chant. This is going to be a give to Forsythe up the middle. Forsythe going to be just about a yard shy of the first down, so it'll bring up third down and inches here for the Indians. They lead 34-7. 7:51 and counting to go here until we're at halftime. Hey, if you're listening here on FM 95 Sports, hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Let us know you're listening. And this is going to be a keeper this time by Ellington. Ellington just going to race to the sideline, gets the first down and then some. And that'll be a first down for the Indians. ICC got to be careful. Indians got a block. It was a clean block, but well away from the ball that time by Trey Towns. Don't want to get any unsportsmanlike penalties. And really stupid penalties, I guess you can say, in that situation. And so now first down and 10. Indians marching down the field yet again. Dan looking to throw. Plenty of time. Pressure coming now. He's going to lob this one towards the sideline. Looking for Jamel Thomas. The ball goes out of bounds. And now to be second down and 10 for the Indians. Clock is stopped at 7:12 to go. Remind you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll have the ICC All-American Band performance from earlier this season coming your way, part of the Little Caesars halftime show. So second down and 10 here for the Indians. They lead Mississippi Delta 34-7 here with 7:12 to play until halftime. Ellington awaiting the snap. Zips it across. This is going to be Malik Honeycutt, who has the ball out to about the 25-yard line. Solid pickup of about 5 on the play that time for Honeycutt. So it's going to bring up a third down and manageable situation. About a third down, and let's call it a long 5, short 6 for the Indians. Actually, let's call it a long 5 or long 4, short 5, as you just got to get the ball to the 20. You've got the first down to about the 20 and a half. You should have the first down is where they need to get to. So third down and a long 4 here for the Indians. Clock is rolling. 6:35 and counting. ICC 34. Mississippi Delta 7. Ellington with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Looks like Forsythe in the backfield. No, excuse me, that's Huddleston in the backfield. Zips it across the middle to Salisbury. Salisbury had it, threw behind him that time, but just could not hold on to it. Good stop that time by number 34, Thomas, on the play. Comes in and breaks that one up. It looks like ICC is going to send on the kicking unit here. And so the ball is going to be spotted at the 25. It looks like they're going to put it at about the 32. So this will be a 42-yard attempt here for Caleb Comer. Kind of dead away here for Comer. Trying to see where the wind's blowing. It's blowing into the face of Comer. So Comer's going to be kicking this one into the wind. The kick is up, and I believe it's partially blocked. Not a good hold that time, as couldn't quite get a handle on it. The kick is no good, and so the kick fails. So your score stays 34-7, 6:21 to go here in the second quarter. It'll be first down and 10 situation when Delta takes over. Stay tuned in the second half. We'll have a trivia question coming your way for an ICC prize pack. So you want to be sure to stay tuned during the second half for that trivia question being brought to you by Sonic in Fulton. I'll tell you what, I'll throw in a DVD. How about a free pizza from Little Caesars? A unique writing utensil from ICC. Maybe even a t-shirt. Pass is complete. Good job by number 15 coming back to the football and basically stopped that from being an interception as the Indians jumped the route. But McCoy was able to come back and basically steal an interception from the Indians. And that's going to be another first down. Tell you what, the Smith family down here in front of us from Delta, they are their own cheering section, and they have been loud all game long. 34-7 is your score. .549 and counting. And stoppage. Looks like this is going to be a procedure penalty here on Delta, and it will be. 5:47 to go here. So it'll be a first down and 15. We'll once again be giving you that ICC trivia question coming your way in the second half. Might even do two. We might do one where if you answer it on Twitter, the first one to answer on Twitter, and then we'll do if you first want to call my office with the correct answer. We'll give away two prizes. So first down and 15. The snap back's a good one. Pass is complete, and it will be a positive pickup and still fighting forward. And a good pass out that time. That was Shirley on the reception. And so Shirley will haul that one in. Bring up a 2nd and 6 situation. Coming up on 5 minutes to play now. 2nd down and 6. Looking to pass, plenty of time to throw, complete out to the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down and then some. Good play that time by Delta, as that once again was number 15. McCoy coming back to the football to help out his quarterback. Move the chains for another first down. So the ball out to the 43. And Delta moving the ball much better here in the second quarter. They trailed 34-7. First down and 10 here for the Trojans. Handoff in the backfield, and is going to be moving forward. Great job by number 1, Malcolm Shirley, just showing off some strength that time. He was hit after about a 2-yard gain and then was able to still keep those feet driving forward and pick up an additional 2 yards on the play. So coming up on 4 minutes to go here. Remind you to stay tuned. We'll have the ICC All-American Band coming your way here at halftime. Part of the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll also talk about some Sonic scoring. It was a bunch of scoring in the first quarter by the Indians. Kind of fell off here in the second. ICC leading it 34-7. Movement on the offense. So that'll back them up another 5 yards. For Delta, though, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because each time they're in a 1st and long situation, they've been able to bounce back and pick up some solid yardage. Or actually, it's going to be a 2nd and 11 situation, so apparently I missed a play there. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 now here for Delta. Clock is rolling. A lot of confusion on the sideline right now from Delta. 15 seconds on the play clock, and they're still in the huddle, just now getting the play from the sideline. Break the huddle with 10 seconds and get over top of the ball with 7. Receivers running out. They're going to have to burn a timeout in this situation, or maybe not. 2 seconds. They just get the snap off. Pass it across the middle, and it's complete. And once again, that's going to be number 15, McCoy, with the reception, and he has been lights out on this drive for the Trojans. Pickup of about 4 on the play, so it's going to be a 3rd down. 3rd down, and let's call it 7 to go here. So possession down here. Ball is at the 40. Got to get it about the 34 for the first down. 33 for the first down. Indians showing pressure coming across the middle. Man in motion coming to the near side of your screen for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. That's where they go. Pass is too far as the Indians brought the house that time. Pass falls incomplete. It's going to be a 4th down. 4th down and 7. See what Delta elects to do, and it looks like they may be sending out the punting unit yet again in this situation. Trailing 34-7. Going to try to pin the Indians deep with 2:23 to go here. And this will be number 11, Devin Hollis, back to return. First time he's been back to return a kick this afternoon. It's typically been Terry Williams back to return these kicks. Pressure coming. Indians bring it. This one's going to be kicked towards the sideline, and it's going to be caught and down at the 11. Don't know if I'm Mississippi Delta if I don't just get out of the way and see if you can take a roll and let it go a little bit further in the territory. But it'll be the ball 1st and 10 at the 11 with 2:15 to go here for the Indians. They lead this one 34-7 here in the 2nd quarter. Sun starting to creep back out here in the Delta. Homecoming afternoon here at Mississippi Delta. Adam Gore, Cal Brown, Austin Blancett, Raphael Henry, and Lee Adams all on hand this afternoon for today's broadcast. Remind you, next weekend will be homecoming at ICC, 2:30 kickoff against Holmes. Handoff, this is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe breaks his way forward out near the 20-yard line, and it's going to be shy of the 20. They're going to mark it at the 19. And now we'll be inside 2 minutes to play here in the quarter. So 2nd down and 2 here for the Indians. Ellington, your quarterback. Forsythe is your running back. Ellington looking to throw. Is going to dump it out to Salisbury. Salisbury trying to make a man miss. Does so. Gets down the sideline out to the 30. Quick feet of Christian Salisbury moves the chains. Salisbury, he's quick as a hiccup, ladies and gentlemen. And he's one of those, if you ever get him in the open field, miss a tackle, and you blink, and he's going to be in the end zone twice. So 1:41 to go here. Indians with it. They lead 34-7. Ellington, your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Ellington zips it forward, trying to go to Salisbury. Just short-armed at that time, and Salisbury kind of got rolled up on incidentally that time by the Delta player coming up and trying to make the play. Ball falls incomplete with 1:37 to go. 2nd down and 10. We talked about it. Dan Ellington came into this contest 500 yards away from the 3,000-yard passing mark. Nobody in the MACJC has done that since, I believe, the 2013 season. So Ellington trying to become one of the first ones, and actually the first one in the country to reach that 3,000 plateau. Give is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe lowers his head and bullies his way forward past the 30 out to about the 33-yard line. And looks like the Indians may just be content running the clock out here to see if they might be able to bust a long play for a touchdown and just cruise into halftime with this 34-7 lead. Mind you, stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way here on FM 95 Sports, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com. Ellington Looking to throw, zips it out. That is going to be Chris Long, the birthday boy, hauling in the touchdown, or excuse me, hauling in the pass there, and moves the chains for a first down. So 58 seconds to go. Chris Long with the reception, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ellington looking to pass. Pressure coming. Now he's going to load up and chunk it downfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Malik Honeycutt, and that could be a flag. Where's the flag? He ran up and hit the receiver that time, and there is a flag in the backfield. That was easily pass interference on Mississippi Delta, but no flag thrown. And they're going to call a flag on ICC, though, on the other end. Hey, I understand it's 34-7 right now, but if you're the referee, you got to call the obvious ones like that. If not, we can all just run down there and tee off on somebody looking up at the football trying to catch it. Boy, I tell you what, Malik Honeycutt was wide open that time. So now it's going to be 1st down and 20. The ball is going to be spotted at the 31. 46 seconds to play here in the first half when they put this one. And it's going to be a handoff to Forsythe. Forsythe reaming his way through traffic, breaks off a tackle, picks up the 1st down, and that will stop the clock. Or the clock continuing to run after the 1st down pickup. Okay, so the clock will not stop. Or excuse me, that was not the 1st down pickup. As he had to get to, yeah, that was a 1st and long. So that's my bad on that one. Here's Forsythe yet again, trying to get towards midfield, just making sure he secures the football. I believe ICC is just going to be happy with taking a 34-7 lead into the break here at half. 10 seconds, and that will do it for your first half of play. ICC with the 34-7 lead here over Delta. We're going to take a break and come back with the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC leading Mississippi Delta 34-7 at the break. Back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Nah.
White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Wait. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop up the arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza, come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is at Sonic.
I got a great deal on pizza.
You went to Little Caesars and got an extra most bestest with the most cheese and pepperoni for just $6.
I got a terrible deal on pizza.
Give me that.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni at the nation's best price. Little Caesars $6 Extra Most Bestest.
Pizza.
And welcome back to the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC leading Mississippi Delta 34-7 here at halftime. Is homecoming at Mississippi Delta. Let's take a look at your first half scoring being brought to you by Sonic. Remind you that you can go get a cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99 at the Sonic there in Fulton. If there's any ICC students that are listening right now that were looking for a job, well, Sonic's hiring. Just stop by, ask for an application, fill it out there. all kind of shifts, full-time, part-time availabilities there at your Fulton Sonic. Well, at the 13:15 mark of the first quarter, after an interception by the Indians, Forsythe took it into the end zone from 1 yard out to give ICC a 7-0 lead. At the 9:25 mark, it was a 63-yard touchdown pass from Dan Ellington to Malik Honeycutt, 14-0 Indians. At the 6:47 mark of the first quarter, a 40-yard touchdown pass to Reed from Ellington made it 21-0. And then Delta gets on the board for the first time this afternoon after a 2-yard run by Kirkham. That was at the 2:54 mark of the first quarter. And then the Indians answered with 2 seconds left in the first quarter on a 27-yard touchdown pass. Dan Ellington to Terry Williams. The kick failed. ICC led 27-7. At the 12:10 mark of the second quarter, Dinkins runs it in from 55 yards out. The kick was good, and it was 34-7 in favor of the Indians. That's your first half scoring recap being brought to you by Sonic. We do remind you of some of the scores. These scores being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. It's in the second quarter. Mississippi State leading Kentucky 7-0. How about this? Alabama 7, Tennessee 0. That's in the second quarter. Remind you that coming up at the conclusion of this game here on FM 95 Sports, we'll take you immediately to the Ole Miss LSU game. That's set for a 6:15 kickoff. Penn State and the team that I do not speak about that's Michigan, yes. Penn State and Michigan, that'll kick off at 6:30. And don't forget on NBC, I'll be watching on the way home USC Notre Dame at 6:30 kickoff there. That's right, Notre Dame hosting USC under the lights in South Bend, and I'm spending my afternoon here in Moorhead. Let's take a look back at a ICC All-American Band performance, part of the Little Caesars halftime report after we hear from Little Caesars here on FM 95 Sports. And let's go ICCTV.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
From the day you realized who you were meant to be and what you were meant to do, you knew you had to start pursuing your dreams. Why? Because you have a purpose that is only yours. You've discovered a talent and style that is all your own. There's no one else that's you. You can be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We'll help you get there. At Itawamba Community College, we give you the opportunity to pursue a life above the bar.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And just a reminder, your score here at halftime, ICC leading Mississippi Delta 34-7. Now here for this special presentation of the ICC All-American Band, part of the Little Caesars halftime show.
greetings this evening with our Indianette feature, Carlos Santana's Smooth. Reporting on the disco fishing feature, Gloria Estefan's 1985 hit tune, Conga. Also featured on trumpet are Lydia Short of Pontotoc, Brandon York of Amory, Danielle Creighton from Tupelo, Jenna Harris, Mantachi, Armando Quinones from Pontotoc, Daniel Torres from Tupelo, Holly Jones from Pontotoc, and Michael Collins from South Pontotoc. of Houston. Color guard captains are Valerie Blake of Itawamba, Amaya Lee of Aberdeen. Percussion captains are Logan Freeman from Corinth and Jeremy Hendricks from Tupelo. ICC All-American band directors are Ryan Thomas.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau. Farv. Say it with me. Farm.
Farv.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC leading Mississippi Delta 34-7 here at the half. We've got some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates, and I'm going to turn the microphone over for a few moments to Cal Brown to let us get caught up on some of the MAC-JC scoring throughout the league, and also an update on that Mississippi State game.
Thank you, Adam. Well, first of all, we have Northeast leading Holmes 20-14. That's in the second quarter. Down in the South, Gulf Coast leads Pearl River 24-17. That's at halftime. East Mississippi is out for blood today. They lead Coahoma 65-0 in the third quarter.
Wow.
Hines undefeated 27-24 in the third quarter against Jones. So that's something to watch out for. And the Northwest Rangers, after a stunning win over East Mississippi last week, they defeated East Central 38-0 from Thursday night. And update in Starkville, Mississippi State and Kentucky tied at 7 in the second quarter.
And that is a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. Cal Brown doing a great job there for us on those updatings on the MAC-JC. Give you some scores throughout the league here. Of course, you know, Gore, I'm not an SEC guy. I'm a Notre Dame guy, so I'm going to give you some oddball scores for you. Miami, the number 8 team in the country, they're leading 13-3 over Syracuse. Syracuse has the ball, 3rd down and 2. 4:10 left in the second quarter there. Virginia Tech, no problem with North Carolina, 28-0. That with 1:08 to go in the second quarter. Michigan State, number 18 in the country, they're tied with Indiana, 3-3 with 34 seconds left until halftime. It's 7-7, Illinois and Minnesota. That's at halftime. Alabama starting to pull away from Tennessee. They just scored. They added the extra point. They lead 21-0 over Tennessee, 1:18 to go there until halftime. Arizona State and Utah, 16-0. Arizona State leading the Utes of Utah there. The number 9 team in the country, Oklahoma and Kansas State, are tied at 7. That's with 7:26 to go in the first quarter. UCLA leading Oregon 14-7. That's with 8:39 to go in the second quarter. Mississippi State, as Cal mentioned, 7-7, but State's in the red zone trying to break that tie there. Finals from earlier today: Louisville defeated Florida State 31-28. Rutgers over Purdue 14-12. Missouri actually took their foot off the pedal because they were up 51. They had scored 51 points in the first quarter. They win that one 68-21 over Idaho. In overtime, Northwestern defeats Iowa 17-10. Big win there for Northwestern. Wisconsin, the number 5 team in the country, they win 38-13 over Maryland. In overtime, Oklahoma State defeats Texas 13-10. Oklahoma State, the number 10 team in the country. Iowa State defeats Texas Tech 31-13. Pittsburgh defeats Duke 24-17. And Boston College defeats Virginia 41-10. We talked about Ole Miss, LSU. That game coming your way next here on FM 95 Sports. We'll have an abbreviated version of the Renaissance Bank postgame report, so we can cut away to that one immediately here on FM 95 Sports. We'll have the long version of the Renaissance Bank postgame report here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Your score here, 34-7 at halftime. ICC leading Mississippi Delta. We do want to give a couple of shout-outs. Dr. Bronson Berhaska listening in here on the broadcast, along with Shed Ross, his dad, said he's watching a little SEC football, listening to ICC football, and preparing for tomorrow's sermon. So I want to welcome Mr. Ross to listening here on FM 95 Sports, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com. And then our good friend Bobby Gerald, he wants to know how ties are broken in the MACJC, and I simply told Bobby Gerald we'll have to defer to a mathematics expert on that one. Also, Coach Andy Kirk checking in via text message, listening here on FM 95 Sports, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com. We're going to take another time out and come back, possibly with the start of the second half here. ICC leads it 34-7 over Mississippi Delta here at halftime.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be all done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese. Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau. Farm. Say it with me. Farm.
Farm.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
I got a great deal on pizza.
He went to Little Caesars and got an extra most bestest with the most cheese and pepperoni for just $6.
I got a terrible deal on pizza.
Give me that.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni at the nation's best price. Little Caesars $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza.
I'm ICC cheerleader Madison McCollum, and you're watching Let's Go ICC TV.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just awaiting for the officials to let us start playing here. The 20-minute halftime has gone and passed, and now the officials saying, okay, that's right, we got a football game, let's play. So ICC won the toss, elected to receive, so Delta will get the football to start the second half here. You can hear the wind picking up here out in Moorhead. It is homecoming afternoon here at Mississippi Delta, as Delta's going to flip-flop sides of the field here. ICC be getting set for this First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half. Adam Gore, Cal Brown, you've got Austin Blanchett up top running the camera. Probably got the coolest spot in the house. It's constant breeze this afternoon. Also, Lee Adams on the sideline. He's taking photos for ICCimages.com. You can see all those photos there for today's football game, as well as soccer and other events throughout the college. You can order those digital downloads now available for $1. And then also Raphael Henry here shooting highlights for this afternoon's game. You can see those on our YouTube page, as well as Twitter and Instagram, and much, much more. So awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half of play. ICC leading 34-7. We do want to remind you, stay tuned throughout the second half. We'll be giving you trivia for chances to win an ICC prize pack. So the First American National Bank kickoff is on its way, a driving kick, and it's going to go into the end zone. No return, and that one a little wind aided that time. And so to start the second half from the 35-yard line, or excuse me, 25-yard line of the Indians is where Delta will have it to start the second half. Well, it's just me, folks, and I do apologize for that. Mr. Jim is enjoying some time with his family. It's his grandson's 3rd birthday. So they're out celebrating that. Hopefully, Mr. Jim won't get too wild at that 3-year-old's birthday party. You just never know about Mr. Jim. I'm kidding. Great sarcasm for those that might know Mr. Jim. First down and 10. Snap, rolling out to his right, passes to the flat. Is it caught in bounds? And yes, it is. Ball is complete, so it'll be a second down and short situation. Tyrese Quinn on that tackle. Brings up a second down. Let's call it 3 situation after a gain of 7. Actually, going to call it a 2nd and 4. So Delta with it. Clock is moving. Snapback's a good one, rolling out, trying to buy a little bit more time to throw the ball. Does so, and this pass is going to be incomplete, out of bounds, and that will stop the clock at 14:32 to go here in the third quarter. ICC with a 34-7 lead here over Delta. Talk about an ICC Spotlight being presented to you by Food Giant. ICC will host Holmes for homecoming next Saturday. That's going to be a 2:30 kickoff there, but there's tons of events going on. The day will start at 9 o'clock with the ICC alumni tennis matches. We'll also have our ICC Alumnus of the Year, Athletic Hall of Fame, and much, much more. Visit letsgoicc.com. Go to that bottom right-hand corner, and you can see the ICC Spotlight as there's pressure coming and looking for the pass out in the flat. And the Indians tattoo the quarterback that time. As actually the quarterback and a lineman a little slow to get up, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4 situation here. Clock is stopped, 14:28 to play here. In the third quarter after that incompletion, so a punting situation coming up here. Delta will be punting into the wind as Terry Williams back to receive this Little Caesars punt. Delta taking their time, 10 seconds on the play clock. Snap back is a good one. Pressure coming from the Indians, able to get the kick away. It's angled away from Williams. Will hit and take a neutral roll, I guess you can say. Didn't roll for the Indians, didn't roll for the Trojans as it just rolled sideways and will be down at the 37-yard line where the Indians will have it. 1st and 10 with 14:20 to go here in the third quarter. Well, we want to tell you to get those pen and paper ready so you can write down some information on how to take a chance to win an ICC prize pack here in a moment. So we'll be bringing you a couple of trivia questions this afternoon. Before we do that, we want to let you know how you can enter for those trivia questions. 1st and 10. Ellington, slip screen. This is going to be to Salisbury. Salisbury breaks it to the outside. Trying to get to the corner now, gets across the 50, and it's going to be good for pickup of 1st down. Christian Salisbury, I tell you what, folks, he's not big in stature, but the kid is good. He can make you miss numerous times, and he does pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 16 on that play for Salisbury. Move the chains, 1st and 10. So 1st down and 10. Clock is rolling here now, coming up on 14 minutes. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. This is going to be Forsythe. Forsythe bounces off a tackle, slips another, gets the 1st down and out near the 30-yard line. Impressive run that time by Forsythe as he just battled his way ahead, bounced off some defenders, and moved those chains for another 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Well, you can give my office a call at 662-862-8059. That's 862-8059. The first correct answer with some ICC trivia will be able to pick up an ICC prize pack. as we give those trivia questions throughout the second half. Passes out to Salisbury. Salisbury makes a man miss. This is just going to be a foot race here, trying to get to the inside, and he's going to be dropped inside the 5-yard line. That's what we said, ladies and gentlemen. Salisbury can make you look foolish in a hurry, and he did so there. Salisbury was run out of bounds. The ball is going to be spotted inside the 5, so it'll be a 1st and goal situation here. So this will be the Indians with a 1st and goal. Ball looks like it's on the 1. Give is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe just going to follow the blockers, walk into the end zone, and get the touchdown. Touchdown, Indians. Kind of just a little confusion on the play as he just basically walked that one in the end zone, and then after he gets in the end zone was tackled. So I didn't see an official signal if it was a touchdown, and it was. So the second 1-yard touchdown run by Forsythe this afternoon. So this will be Caleb Comer coming on to attempt the extra point here. Awaiting the snap. Snapback's a good one. The kick, pressure coming. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Indians take a 41-7 lead. 13-12 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and hear a word from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. The ICC up 41-7 with 13-12 to go here in the third quarter over Mississippi Delta. Homecoming here at Mississippi Delta. Indians looking to try to hold on for a win here and keep those playoff hopes alive. Of course, it all depends on what the Indians do next week's against Holmes as well. If they win out, they could finish in a 3-way tie for the North Division Championship. And boy, that's when things get really confusing in the MACJC when you're trying to figure out tiebreakers. Caleb Comer on for the First American National Bank kick. It's going to be a driving kick taken at the 8-yard line by Delta. Bringing it up the middle, breaking off a tackle now, gets to the outside, still going, and it's going to be hit and drop. Boy, I tell you what, I thought there for a second he was about a second away for breaking that one for a big-time return. So it's going to be about the 28-yard line is where Mississippi Delta will have it with a 1st down and 10 situation. What do you want to do for the first trivia question? Let's make it easy. Name one football player currently playing in the NFL that's originally from ICC. One football player currently playing in the NFL that went to ICC. If you have that answer, give me a call in my office. The first correct call, leave me your name and a number to call you back on, 862-8059. That's 862-8059. Handoff for Delta. Knifing his way forward across the 30-yard line down to the 31-yard line was number 1, Malcolm Shirley, on the carry. So bring up a 2nd and 7 situation here. So 2nd down and 7 after a pickup of 3. Sun coming back out here at Jim Randall Stadium and kind of make it a little tough for us to see. Play action. Wanting to go to the flats, but had a man wide open, and it's going to be out of bounds. Good play choice that time. They gave 2 options, one in the flats and one kind of just running a little drag right across the middle. It was complete to number 22. Larry Ferguson was able to haul that one in and move the chains for a 1st down for Delta. So 1st down and 10. The ball is at the 41-yard line for the Trojans. Another play action. Quarterback's going to try to run it now. Slips off a tackle, breaks across the 45. And a solid pickup there on 1st down by the Trojans. Looking like he was looking to pass. Couldn't find anyone downfield. Was able to tuck and run. and pick up about 8 on the play, so it should bring up a second down and a long 2 here for Delta. Let's make it a 3. We do have one person entering on Twitter that is listening. Asia did name somebody on Twitter, so just hit us up on a direct message and send us some information how we can get up with you, Asia. And so now it'll be another first down here for Delta. Shane is set and the clock is running. Delta in the huddle, not really in any type of hurry here. Play clock is down to 15 seconds. Still plenty of time to go here, though, for Mississippi Delta. ICC leading 41-7. Delta across midfield at about the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. Pressure coming in the backfield, able to avoid it. Now loads up and throws downfield. Just going to throw it out of bounds. And a smart play that time by the quarterback. So I believe that was Belton is still the quarterback. Yes, it is. So a smart play that time just to throw it out of bounds. Save the down. And it'll be second down and 10. Clock is stopped. 10:58 to play here in the third quarter. ICC with a 41-7 lead. We invite you to follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Also Instagram. Guess what? It's at Let's Go ICC. Snapchat. Cal, you know what Snapchat is? It's at Let's Go ICC too. Second down and 10. Trojans with it. Snap. Going to try to run the option. The Indians read it nicely that time, and no gain on the play. Maybe even a slight loss. Yeah, they're going to mark him back for a loss of 1, so to bring up a third down and 11 situation here. 10:45 and counting in the third quarter. ICC leading 41-7. Well, the next touchdown by the Indians, if they score before Delta scores, we'll have the running clock for the remainder of this one. Third down and 11, possession down here for the Trojans. Ball is just across midfield. Pressure coming up the middle. Good job by Belton to avoid it. Now throws it down the field. It's going to be caught, but is it going to be enough for a first down? It will not be, but it'll be a 4th and 1 situation, a gain of 10 on the play. So 4th and 1, so to be coming up here for Delta. Is Delta going to try to roll the dice and go for it here? I believe they are. Probably a good call here by Mississippi Delta. Credit Belton that time, able to avoid some pressure. Just threw it downfield and a solid pickup of 10 on that third down and 11 situation. So to be 4th down and 1, Delta trying to move the chains and keep this drive alive. ICC trying to get off the field here and get the offense back to work. A little confusion here by Delta. 3 seconds on the play clock. They're able to get it off. Handoff is going to be over to the side, and I believe it's going to be enough, or no. Got him at the line of scrimmage as that was a handoff to number 25, Kirkham. And that was big number 51, Justin Drake, coming in and making the stop for no gain on the play. And the Indians hold there on 4th down, so it'll be a turnover on downs by Delta. 9:21 to go here in the third quarter. ICC will get the ball back. They lead 41-7. And it looks like we're going to have a new quarterback in the game here for ICC. This is going to be number 17, Monterio Montgomery. Monterio, a sophomore out of Starkville High School. Coming into the contest here, 1st down and 10. Monterio gets the snap. He's going to tuck and run, weaves his way through the middle. Ball comes free, but the Indians fall back on top of it. Good hit on the football that time by Mississippi Delta. But the ball was recovered by the Indians. Let's see who that is. Going to be the big man coming off top of the fumble that time. That's going to be number 55, Aaron Scholler, recovering and keeping possession with the Indians. So after the fumble recovery, only a net gain of 1 yard for the Indians. So second down and 9 is the situation here. Montgomery, your quarterback. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here near side. And you've got a running back in the backfield. And the pass is intended that time for number 12 for the Indians. That's going to be Michael Reed off his hands. Incomplete, 3rd down and 9. 8:40 to go here in the third quarter. ICC with a 41-7 lead. So 3rd down and 9. Indians taking their time here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Montgomery, your quarterback. Play action fake. And they're going to run a screen. It's over to Terry Williams on the sideline. Terry's got a convoy in front of him. Gets the first down and then some and just flips across near the 40-yard line. They're actually going to mark him down at the 45. Move those chains for another first down for the Indians. So the clock stops with 8:31 until they set the chains. Now they're rolling. 8.5 to play. 1st and 10 here. I believe that was the first completion of the season for Montgomery. Handoff. Up the middle. This is Huddleston. Huddleston just shaking tacklers. And, just a shoestring tackle away from taking that one to the house was the number 27, Keegan Huddleston, the freshman running back out of Shannon High School. A big-time gain there for Huddleston. So move the chains. Clock is running now, coming up on 8 minutes to play. Indians knocking on the door here. They lead 41-7. Give is going to be to Huddleston once again, trying to bounce off a defender. Goes forward, minimum gain of about a yard. Gets the ball to the 19-yard line. We're to be second down and 9 to go. Indians with a mix of second-teamers in there with some first-teamers as well. So 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball is at the 19. Montario Montgomery is your quarterback for the Indians. Probably just going to be a day on the sideline for Dan Ellington and some of the other key players. Huddleston, still your running back. Play action fake. Looking to throw. The ball comes free. And it's going to be Chris Long, I believe. No, I believe it might be Delta on the recovery. No, it's going to be Chris Long on the recovery. Well, I thought Delta had it at first, but Chris Long was able to fall back on top of that one. And so it's going to be a 3rd down and a really long way to go here for the Indians. Inside 7 minutes to play now in the third quarter. 3rd down, and let's call it 24. So 3rd down and long here for the Indians. Montgomery, your quarterback, out of the shotgun. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Gets the snap. Pressure coming. Montgomery gets out to avoid it. Now zips it downfield, and that pass is going to go out of bounds. And that pass is incomplete. Indians got away with a hold that time. I think the referees are just trying to get this one over with this late in the afternoon. They're wanting to catch that Notre Dame and USC game as well. So it'll be 4th down and 24 now for the Indians. Punting situation. Only the 2nd time today we've seen Hayden Franklin, a freshman punter out of South Pontotoc. And he's just going to pooch kick this one, angled towards the side. And it's going to hit and roll inside the 10. Keep rolling, and down to about the 8-yard line is where the ball will be down. It'll be a 1st and 10 situation here for Delta. They trail 41-7 with 6:17 to go here in the third quarter. We'll do another trivia question here in a little while for those that are still listening on FM 95 Sports as well as Let's Go ICC TV. You can call my office at 862-8059. That's 862-8059. This next trivia question is going to be even easier than the last one, folks. So you can have an easy prize coming up here as ICC Prize Pack. Be more than happy to send to you there. So the first caller with the correct answer at 862-8059. 862-8059 will win that prize pack. So 1st down and 10 here for Delta. Got to be careful here. Going to zip it across the middle. Pass is complete. And still going forward. Great effort that time by number 2, Raheem Moore, the leading receiver for the Trojans. Good-looking athlete is Moore. He's listed at 6'2", 225. He's out of Vicksburg. Looks a little bit bigger than that 6'2", 225 frame that they list him as. So clock is running. 6 minutes to go. Or I should say inside 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. ICC leading 41-7. 1st and 10 is the situation. Quarterback now is going to option out back to the 30. Nearly threw that one away. Good job that time by Malcolm Shirley to reach back and grab that one and hold on to it. A gain of 1 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 after a pretty generous spot that time for the Trojans. Coming up inside 5.5 to play now in the third quarter. Tell you what, the sun is killing me. Got a killer headache, and the sun just ain't helping any. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Trojans going to have to hurry. 2 seconds on the play clock. And just get it off as the clock strikes 0. Great reception there on the sideline. Take a look at that. Good concentration to be able to get that one and haul it in by Smith. You'll see him get that hand down, or get that foot down before it goes out of bounds. Great job by Smith. It's going to be just short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and inches. Matter of fact, I'm going to put 3rd down and 0 on my score clock because it's inside a yard. So 3rd down and inches here for Delta. Trying to keep this drive alive. ICC leading 41-7. Man in motion for Delta. Pressure coming, and they try a little shovel pass, and it falls incomplete. Thought for a second the Indians almost picked that one off. So now it's going to bring up 4th down and inches, and it looks like they're going to try to bring in the punt team here. Trying to catch the Indians aggressive against the run that time. You hear some of the Delta fans in front of us telling the coach to go for it on 4th and inches, but falling on deaf ears as the punter is out to attempt this Little Caesars punt. It'll be Devin Hollins back to receive this punt. And no, he's going to fake it. Well, the crowd must have won him over, as that was a big-time run there by number 8, Smith, on that fake punt. Smith, who is also the wide receiver, showing off some good speed and a 1st down and 10 situation there. 4:19 to play here in the third quarter, and those Delta fans that was cheering for him to go for it erupt, as that was a big-time pickup there on that fake punt. 1st and 10, 4:19 to play here in the third quarter. So Delta trying to battle back here. Put some points on the board. They trail 41-7, 4:19 to play here in the third quarter. That's going to be Smith going in motion to the far side of the field. Pressure coming all up the middle. Passes to Smith. Nearly picked off after the ball falls incomplete by the Indians. Boy, the Indians look at jailbreak on the pressure on Belton that time. Pass falls incomplete. The clock will stop. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 situation. All right, so today's homecoming. That's a big event here on the campus of Mississippi Delta. Well, there's a big event next weekend at ICC on Saturday. What is that big event? Maybe something that Delta's having today as well. Call my office at 862-8059. That's 862-8059 for your chance to win an ICC prize pack. Let me know if you're listening on FM 95 Sports or watching on Let's Go ICC TV, as that's going to be another 1st down picked up there by Delta, and Delta's knocking on the door. Coming up on 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Ball is now at the 18, where it'll be 1st and 10. Cal, if you've seen any games go final, pass those along. Pass out in the flat is complete. That's going to be another first down for Delta. Oh, some fancy moves along the sideline by number 1. That's Malcolm Shirley, who picked up the first down. To be first and goal now here for Delta. 3:42 to go here in the third quarter. So, yes, what big event, much like Delta's hosting today, will ICC host next Saturday against Holmes. That's going to be at 2:30. Kickoff against Holmes. Give me a call at 862-8059. The first person with the correct answer, let me know if they're listening on FM 95 Sports or Let's Go ICC TV, will get that prize pack. There's a touchdown for Delta, a 1-yard touchdown run. And that's going to be Shirley on that 1-yard touchdown run. Makes it 41-13, pending the extra point with 3:28 to play here in the third quarter. Awaiting the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 41-14, ICC with the lead. 3:28 to play here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with more. Let's hear from Food Giant right here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 41-14, ICC leading Mississippi Delta with 3:28 to play here in the third quarter. We do want to welcome those listening on FM 95 Sports. We want to remind you that we'll break away at the conclusion of this game to hopefully be able to catch plenty of that Ole Miss pregame show as they're getting set to host LSU this evening here on FM 95 Sports. That abbreviated version of the Renaissance Bank postgame show. It'll be a longer version of it up top here on Let's Go ICC TV. And the kickoff is going to be returned by Terry Williams. He gets it at the 14-yard line and brings it out to the 30. Chrissy with a correct answer on Twitter. Chrissy, if you're watching, hit us up on Twitter and let us know, direct message. Let us know how we can get in contact with you for that correct answer there. Also, don't forget, though, we're still taking those phone calls for these prize packs as well. 862-8059. We might do one more giveaway in the fourth quarter for those that are listening here on FM 95 Sports. $3:22 to play here. Looks like Dan Ellington back out at quarterback. He's going to pass it out to Christian Salisbury. Salisbury streaking down the sideline, gets out of bounds. Is hit and slung down out of bounds. Probably a good no call that time by the referee as he was just tripped up by some players on the sideline by Mississippi Delta. 3:16 to go here. It'll be a 2nd down and 2 situation after that gain of 8. Ellington rushing to the line of scrimmage. Give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins lowers his head, bullies his way forward to the 40-yard line. Depends on if this is going to be a left foot, right foot mark. I think he's going to be shy of about inches on this one. So the clock rolling here. So it's going to be a 3rd and inches situation here for ICC. Ellington directing traffic. Mass confusion by the Indians offensively, but plenty of time to get guys in and out. Give is going to be no. It's going to be Ellington on the keeper. Ellington has the first down and then some. Gets out to the 45-yard line and falls to the turf after picking up the first down. Smart play by Dan Ellington that time as everybody was expecting a handoff. Ellington was able to go forward for a gain of about 7 when he needed inches to be able to get that first down. It's the clock running. Inside 2:20 to play. Ellington looking to throw. Pocket collapse. Now he throws it out. This pass is going to be complete. And that's going to be Reed. And Reed goes down and is tackled out of bounds again. But once again, just kind of momentum carrying him out of bounds and for the tackle. 2:07 to go here. And the Indians now at the 31-yard line. 41-14. ICC with the lead. So Ellington gets the snap, looking to throw. Nobody there, doesn't want to force anything. Dances around, plenty of time to throw. Now he's going to tuck and run. Picks up a block by Terry Williams. And Ellington able to scramble forward for a gain of maybe about 5 on the play. So it should bring up a second down and long situation here. Ball is going to be officially marked at the 27, so gain of maybe only 4. So second down. Second down, let's call it 6. Why not? $1:35 to go here. Play action. Ellington looking to throw. Looking for that wheel route. It's wide open to Dinkins. Dinkins catches it. Dives in the end zone for a touchdown, Indians. That was a 27-yard touchdown pass to Dinkins. You saw that developing the whole way that time as Dinkins takes that one in for the touchdown. And ICC takes a 47-14 lead. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Awaiting the PAT here. This is Comer awaiting the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC takes a 48-14 lead with 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a timeout and hear from Joey Cox here on FM 95 Sports. ICC leads at 48-14, 1:20 to play in the third. Back with more right after this.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau. Farm. Say it with me. Farm. Farm. You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And welcome back. We invite you to stop by and visit Joey Cox there at 710 South Adams Street. Or you can give him a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340 for more information on how he can serve you there. Your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. ICC leading 48-14 over Mississippi Delta. It's homecoming here at Mississippi Delta. Caleb Comer's kick is going to be taken inside the 5, right around the 4-yard line by Delta, trying to break to the sidelines. Got to see him, but the Indians wrap him up and knock him down just shy of the 30. Do want to remind you, basketball season just around the corner. The Indians will open things up on November the 2nd. You can go visit Let's Go ICC and see the basketball pages there where the schedule is and rosters for the upcoming season. November the 2nd, we'll tip things off there for the ICC Lady Indians and Indians this basketball season. So 1:05 to go here in the third. ICC leading 48-14. So it's 1st and 10 here for Delta. Receiver going in motion to the far side of the field. Snap is a good one. Throws it out in the flat. It is complete, and it's going to go for the first down and then some. Nice job that time by the receiver. Kind of a roadrunner-like move. Just pumping his feet, going forward, and picking up the first down. 1st and 10. As the ball goes out to the 44, would it be 1st and 10 for Mississippi Delta? So Delta not going quietly into the evening here, as they're still fighting and clawing as expected from any type of Delta team here. You're going to get 100% from them every time they're out playing. Once again, man in motion going to the far side of the field. That's where they want to go again. A little wheel route here. Jump ball. Is it caught in bounds? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, it is. Just a little jump ball down the field. That time is complete. And that's going to be another first down with 26 seconds to go here in the third. ICC leading 48-14. So Delta coming to the line of scrimmage. Could be the last play here in the third quarter. Delta chunking it, trying to get it going downfield. Over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by the Indians. Picked off by ICC. And still going down the field. The clock is sounded. Trying to weave his way through traffic, running, still going, and that's number 9 for the Indians. That's going to be Quinshea Hurd with the interception and the return just shy of the 40-yard line. So it'll be ICC football when we come back to start the fourth quarter of play. We're going to take a break and hear from Sonic and more. ICC leads at 48-14 after 3 here over Mississippi Delta. We'll take a break and be back with more on FM 95 Sports and let's go ICCTV.com.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be ICC football to start the fourth quarter. They lead at 48-14 over Mississippi Delta. Ellington, your quarterback, quick slip screen. And the Indians break it across midfield, and that's going to be number 1, Jamel Thomas, on the reception, a pickup of about 14 on the play. And so it's going to bring it into Delta territory. Where to be first down and 10. Clock is rolling. So just needs to keep doing that. Indians with it. Ellington back to pass one more time. Looking to go deep. Got a man. And just overthrew it. Intended that time for Terry Williams. As the pass falls incomplete. Terry is going to have to hit a turbo button to catch up with that one. But the pass falls incomplete. And it's going to be second down and 10. Well, as we said, Dan was approaching that 3,000-yard passing mark coming into this game. Like the Indians trying to get him close to, if not eclipse that mark this afternoon. Second down and 10. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Forsythe in the backfield. And it's going to be a keeper by Ellington. Ellington's just going to follow Forsythe and then fall to the turf after a pickup of maybe 4 or 5 on the play. So it's going to be third down and 5. Third down and 5 here for the Indians. Ellington going for that hard snap count. Delta discipline and do not jump. ICC looking to the sideline. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Forsythe still your running back there with Ellington. Now going in motion to the far side of the field. Ellington zips it across the middle. That's Salisbury. Salisbury spins off one, and it's going to be hit and dropped just shy of the 30-yard line. Would be another first down for the Indians. Christian Salisbury hauls in. It moves the chains. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. We have a final. East Mississippi defeats Coahoma 72-7. Northeast up 27-24 over Holmes at halftime. And Jones defeats Hines 34-33, or no, does not defeat it. That's actually in the fourth quarter. So that's in the fourth quarter, so we'll try to see if we can get a final there. That would be the number 3 team in the country falling if that's the case. Ellington out of the pocket. He's going to launch this one out of bounds as it falls incomplete with 13:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. So bring up 2nd and 10. Here for the Indians. Forsythe still your running back. Ellington your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Terry Williams and Malik Honeycutt here on the near side of the field. Looks like Thomas and Salisbury on the far side. Ellington out of the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Give is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe lowers his head and bullies his way out to about the 25, actually down to about the 23-yard line. And that's going to be just about 2 yards shy of a first down. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 after a gain of 8. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 24, closer to the 25-yard line. Indians lead 48-14. 12:53 and counting in this one. Forsythe on the handoff yet again. And this time Delta stacks it up nicely. No gain on the play, so it's going to bring up 4th and 2. But the Indians are going to let to keep the offense on the field here. So they're actually going to give him a gain of 1 on the play. So it's going to be 4th and 1 here for the Indians. So the Indians are going to go for it on 4th and 1. Instead of electing to try to kick the field goal. Pressure coming off the corner here for Delta. And it's going to be quarterback keeper from Ellington. Ellington's going to knife his way forward and dive out to the 30-yard line and pick up the first down. So a new set of downs here for the Indians. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey there on South Adams Street in Fulton. So Ellington back underneath, or excuse me, back at quarterback. And it's going to be a give in the backfield. That's going to be Forsythe. He is going to be stacked up and stopped for a loss. And the Delta player continuing to pull him back. And there's no way you could throw that flag on the ICC player. That's going to be a flag thrown on number 22. That's going to be Casarius Forsythe. Now there's another flag coming out late on the play. And that's not what the Indians need there. But the referees let the play go. They whistled it dead, and the Delta player continued to drag Forsythe back and tried to sling him to the turf well after the play was over. And as always, it's always the player that retaliates versus the player that starts it that gets caught on something like that. But you got to think back a couple of years ago what happened here at Mississippi Delta. The officials are going to try to keep that under control and not let anything kind of slip away late here. So unsportsmanlike penalty on the Indians. Unsportsmanlike penalty on Delta. Okay, good call that time by the referee to come back and make those offsetting. As you said, as I said, the player from Delta continued to drag the ICC player back and tried to sling him to the turf after the play was well over with, and the ICC player retaliated, which you got to keep your cool if you're Kadarius Forsythe in that situation. So just offsetting penalties there, so it'd just be a loss of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 14. .11:26 to play here. Indians with the second down and 14 situation. Ellington gets the snap, looking to throw, lobs one up down to Salisbury on the sideline, and it's going to be in and out of the hands of the defender. An easy interception that time dropped by Jeremy Smith. As they're looking for Salisbury on the sideline, that one underthrown by Ellington. And the Indians will live to see another day. Third down and 14. Clock is stopped with 11:16 to play here. 48-14 is your score. The Indians going to look to the sideline to get the play here. 3rd down and 14. The ball is on the 24-yard line. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Dinkins, your running back. He is the man in motion. Bad snap. Ellington able to get to it. In trouble. Now he's going to drop it off to Dinkins. Dinkins going to spread up the sideline. Knifes his way forward. Is it going to be enough for a first down? What looked to be a busted play. Yes, we'll move the chains for the Indians. What a break there for ICC. There is a player down on the far side for Delta. Hopefully nothing serious there on the sideline. We're going to take a break with this injury timeout. Hear a word from our sponsors. ICC leads 48-14. Back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Today, you are connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected, which is easy with convenient locations in your community. Understanding that sometimes you need to speak to real people with real answers. Banking partners with the services you desire, who understand how you want to bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's number 16 for Delta, Flutz, that was shaken up on the play, and he's having to be helped off the field. Hopefully nothing serious there on that injury. 11:06 to play in this one. It's fourth quarter. Jones up 41-36 over Hines in the fourth quarter. So Jones trying to hold strong in that one. First and goal to go here for the Indians. Dinkins in motion. Ellington going that way to Dinkins, and the pass is short, incomplete. As great pressure coming off the corner that time from Delta. Forced him to throw it a little bit sooner than he wanted to. Could not quite get it completed in time. So the pass falls incomplete. Brings up second and goal now for the Indians. Remind you, at the conclusion of this game, we will break away here on FM 95 Sports after a brief Renaissance Bank post-game report and let you get to the Ole Miss and LSU game. Ellington going to the corner of the end zone. Is it caught? No signal yet. There is a flag down. One referee says touchdown. The back judge does not show touchdown. Nobody shows touchdown now. So one guy showed it. The other guy did not. They don't know what's going on. People are giving high fives. They're happy. And still nothing from the referees. They're going to go over there and talk about it now. They're going to. So apparently that was a touchdown pass to Jamel Thomas. Really kind of almost like that extra point we saw a couple of weeks ago. They just walked out, didn't signal good or no good until the PA guy announced it good, and then they threw it up, said it was good. So, I don't know. So waiting the extra point here, the snap back, the kick is up, nearly blocked by Delta, and the kick is good. 55-14 is your score, and that will initiate the running clock here in Delta. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with more. ICC leads it. Back with more after this word from Food Giant here on FM 95 Sports.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Wow, Sugardale Stack Pack, sliced bacon $9.98. Mississippi #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents per pound. And Best Choice shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $3.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back to action. I want to call that a 9-yard touchdown pass, right around 10:23 left there in the fourth quarter. And so this is going to be a First American National Bank kickoff coming up here. Clock is running. As this First American National Bank kick is going to be taken at the 10-yard line by Delta. Trying to break it up the middle. It's got a seam. Now breaks to the outside. Trying to cut up the corner, and is going to be a flag thrown at about the 40-yard line. Great return that time by Mississippi Delta. But a flag is down, and the referee came back and threw another flag down right next to it with authority. It looks like this may be holding on Delta. Indians lead this one 55-14. And that is the case, holding on the Trojans. So back this one up. And we do have a final here. Wow. Pearl River upsets number 15 Gulf Coast 31-27. Pearl River with the win over Gulf Coast. A big win there, and that could shake up how the playoffs shape up out of the South. Of course, Pearl River not eligible for the playoffs due to over-signing players. So they'll have a 1-year ban from postseason play. So it'll be first and 10 to go here. ICC leading 55-14. Delta wanting to throw it downfield. The pass is caught, no, incomplete. And so it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now they're going to come back and talk this one over. Field judge wants to come up to the line judge, see if he caught it or not. And now they're going to say he caught it. Not only are they going to say he caught it, they're going to add additional 3 yards to the spot. So the pass is complete with a bonus 2-yard advantage after the officials marked the football from where it fell originally incomplete. So it'll bring up 2nd and 4 after that gain of 6 on the play. Clock continuing to run here, 7:15 and counting. ICC leading 55-14. And this pass is going to go out of bounds, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 situation now here for Delta. Want to remind you, homecoming next week at ICC. You can visit letsgoicc.com. Go to that bottom right-hand corner of the homepage there under the Food Giant ICC Spotlight for a full schedule of all the events going on next week. Kickoff will be at 2:30. If you can't join us for homecoming, you can join us at 2:10 for the Choice Pond pregame show with the 2:30 First American National Bank opening kickoff between ICC and Holmes. Man in motion for Delta, looking to throw the wheel route. Pass is just too tall, falls incomplete. And they bring up 4th and 4. Well, I do like when Cal Brown writes down final scores because he writes down upset in front of them. Number 10, Jones, knocks off Hines, 41-36. That is a final. So Pearl River upset Gulf Coast 31-27. Jones upset Hines 41-36. Northwest upset East Mississippi. They won 72-7 over Coahoma. And let's see, you get an update on the Northeast Holmes game yet? It was 27-24 at halftime. Punt is blocked. And the Indians are going to scoop it up. And could return this one for a touchdown. And they will. Indians put it in the end zone. That was number 28, Keyshawn Hurd, with the return. It looks like a return of about 28 yards, maybe. One of the coaches from Delta is trying to argue that he stepped out of bounds. But Hurd with the block punt return. Didn't really get the yardage on that one. Couldn't see where he scooped the ball up and ran in. We'll just say a punt block return by Keyshawn Hurd for the touchdown. 61-14 now. So waiting the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 62-14, 4:31 to play in this one. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed. On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Milk and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message. Surrender to the toppings. Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back as ICC leads at 62-14 after that 28-yard scoop and score after the block punt. And so this will be a First American National Bank kickoff coming up here for the Indians. They lead 62-14 over Delta. This kick is a high kick, going to be taken at about the 12-yard line. Trying to return it back up the middle. The Indians cover it nicely that time, and the return out to about the 28-yard line is where Delta will have it with a 1st and 10. Inside 3 minutes to play in this one. Running clock situation here. As I said, we'll have an abbreviated version of the Renaissance Bank postgame report coming your way here on FM 95 Sports. And that way we can cut you loose quickly to the Ole Miss LSU game. We do want to thank Jared Shields for running the board this afternoon for us back there in Amory. Jared, great job. And as I said, I'll sign it off for you there at FM 95 Sports so you can switch it over to the Ole Miss pregame show. Pass out in the flat too far, out of bounds, but the clock will continue to run here. ICC leading 62-14. The Indians will improve to 5-3 on the season. One thing it will do today, it will secure a winning season for the Indians, picking up their 5th win of the year. They'll improve to 5-3, 4-1 in the North. It's in the third quarter. Mississippi State up 24-7 over Kentucky. Now coming up on 1:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. ICC leading 62-14. Pressure coming, and oh, what a hit. Big time hit that time as Rico Pickens came in and lowered the boom on the quarterback. Fumble and recovered by the Indians. As that was number 50, Ivy, falling on top of the football there. And that was a big time hit coming out of Pickens on number 10, Belton. Good to see Belton able to kind of get up on his own power and shake that one off. I tell you what, credit to Belton. He has played out extremely well this afternoon. Despite the outcome of this game, he has played well and has fought hard all the way to the bitter end here for Delta. For ICC, you figure they're just going to come out here, take a knee, and pick up this 62-14 victory on the road this afternoon. So the Indians breaking the huddle from the sideline. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Inside 48 seconds to go now here in the game. And that's what the case is going to be here. Looks like victory formation will be the call here for the Indians. And they take the knee. That's Ontario Montgomery coming in to take the knee here for the Indians. That will do it here from Moorhead. ICC will win it 62-14 over the Trojans here in Moorhead. ICC improves to 5-3 on the year, 4-1 on the North. Delta falls to 0-8, 0-5 in the North. We're going to take a quick break and hear from Renaissance Bank and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on FM 95 Sports.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back here to the Renaissance Bank abbreviated version of the postgame report. Adam Gore, Lee Adams, Cal Brown, Austin Blancett, Raphael Henry all on hand here for ICC Athletics. Your final score here in Moorhead, ICC wins it 62-14 over Mississippi Delta. We're going to give you your Sonic scoring recap. And it started a long time ago, folks. With the 13-15 mark of the first quarter, a 1-yard run by Forsyth made it 7-0 ICC. Then Dan Ellington found Honeycutt and Reed to make it 21-0 in favor of ICC at the 6:47 mark of the first quarter. Kirkham rushed in from 2 yards out to make it 21-7 after a successful PAT at the 2:54 mark. ICC added a 27-yard touchdown pass to Terry Williams. The kick was no good. It was 27-7 after the first quarter. The only score in the second quarter was a 55-yard touchdown run by Dinkins, 34-7 ICC. The Indians get a 1-yard touchdown run by Forsyth at the 13-12 mark of the third quarter, made it 41-7, and then a 1-yard run by Shirley at the 3:28 mark of the third quarter, made it 41-14 ICC. Then Dan Ellington connected with Dinkins on a 27-yard touchdown pass, Thomas on a 9-yard touchdown pass, and then a block punt that was scooped and scored from 28 yards out by Keyshawn Hurd, made it 62-14, your final score in this one. Well, ICC will be back at home for homecoming next week. It'll be a 2:30 kickoff, a 2:20 start time here for the Choice Pond pregame show. For those listening on FM 95 Sports, we're going to say good afternoon to you and let you get to the Ole Miss pregame show. We'll come back with more here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, however, with additional pregame thoughts here being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. So those listening on FM 95 Sports, we'll see you next Saturday here as ICC face Holmes for homecoming at 2:30.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report here for everyone listening on Let's Go ICC TV, or I should say watching on Let's Go ICC TV. Our listeners on FM 95 Sports, they cut away and now are tuning in for the the Ole Miss pregame show as Ole Miss getting set to kick off against LSU tonight. Well, joining me in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth is Cal Brown. We're going to do a little rapid fire here, Cal. You don't know what I'm going to ask you, so Cal wants to go into this. So it's going to be a little fun time here. Cal, your thoughts on today's ball game for the Indians?
Well,
Adam, I feel like ICC had a very complete game today, and we really didn't have that last week against Coahoma. And I feel like, defense dominated the whole way, and Dan played great, and so did the rest of the offense. So, just a complete game by the whole team.
And the Indians, of course, they'll get ready next week to take on Holmes. That'll be a 2:30 start time, 2:10 start time here for those that want to watch the Choice Pond pregame show. That'll be at at ICC for homecoming. You can visit letsgoicc.com. Go to the bottom of the page there on the Food Giant Spotlight to figure out more of the schedule there for everything going on. It starts early in the morning at 9 o'clock with the ICC alumni tennis matches. Moves to the Davis Event Center lawn. At 11 o'clock, we'll have our Alumnus of the Year Athletic Hall of Fame presentation as well there. So, Cal, the Indians pick up a lot of momentum heading into next week's homecoming matchup against a pretty scrappy home squad.
Yeah, Adam, I feel like, the home field advantage will really help us out a lot with a very talented Holmes team. And, with it being homecoming and should be a full house, I'm expecting. I just feel like that this win in this fashion, that picked up a lot of momentum for us, and that's just really great for us looking forward.
Absolutely. Your final score here from Moorhead, ICC wins it 62-14 over Mississippi Delta. So for Cal Brown, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, Austin Blansett up top running the camera for Let'sGoICCTV.com. I'm Adam Gore. We'll see you next week here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, 2:10 Choice Pond pregame show, 2:30 First American National Bank kickoff against Holmes. We'll see you next time, folks.
From the day you realized who you were meant to be and what you were meant to do, you knew you had to start pursuing your dreams. Why? Because you have a purpose that is only yours. You've discovered a talent and style that is all your own. There's no one else that's you. You can be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We'll help you get there. At Itawamba Community College, we give you the opportunity to pursue a life above the bar.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.